right? And we're going to see a whole lot of things that starts to happening, as it relates to, how you guys can win. So definitely want to give a shout out to you, Andre. I want to give a shout out to some of the leaders. I see we got Remy Martin on the call, and Remy Martin. And I don't know if Cole is on the call, but man, I'm very impressed with that young man, Gilo Morgan and Pam Stevenson. Guys, let me just say this. It's so important for these calls because as I continue to go to these meetings, I learned and I heard things. And even though they seemed like they, was repetitive and the same thing I was hearing over and over, but it was something that was in my conscience that was developing and helping me. So definitely you want to try and make sure you plug in and just have the people that's with you duplicating the same thing. All right, guys, again, my name's Greg G. Money White. And with Andre Kimball down here in South Florida, I'm super, super excited, pumped up with the team, pumped up with the direction, pumped up with success. Definitely want to give a shout out to my main man, Kevin. Just signed up out there in California. I think he's on the call, but I don't see him. But I want to just give him a shout out. My leaders, Gilo Morgan and Remy, and again Pam. So guys, I'm just going to get and be real brief for our new guests on the line. And if you're not a guest and you've seen this presentation before, I'm going to go through it so at least you'll know how to pick up on it. So if you are on this call and you're signed up with us already, look at what I'm about to say, write some notes down, pay attention because you want to pick up the same presentation and do one-on-ones, do your own Zoom meetings and do meetings to when you go out to where you can be the person at the front of the room. What's up, Barbara Lupe, what's up? All right, so guys, what I'm going to do real quick is what's up, my main man? Kev is out there in the building. KDSW, I see you, man. Kevin, my main man. Real quick, I'm just going to, jump on to some information for my people that's on the line, just to tell you guys we're going somewhere. We're like just at the beginning of a company that's going to be going public. So I want to help you guys think a little bit different, as it relates to this information. Tell somebody, help somebody. That's going to be my slogan for 2020. Tell somebody and help somebody. Most people look at what we present, as is, trying to sell, but we're planting seeds to really help other people grow. And we don't expect to see the growth when we put the seed in the ground, but we expect for some water to hit it and for in time that it will grow. So guys, I'm going to get into some information. I've been in this for 2 years. I'm a Platinum 5000. I'm pushing it this close to a chairman, executive leader with this company. And I do believe in the growth and the development of this company and the individuals that's in it. So I want to help you guys understand what we're doing, how we're doing it, where we're going, and where we're at right now. Where we're going right now is to the complete moon. Where we're at, we're on Earth. What we have is a rocket ship that's put together with everything that we need from Christopher Terry that's helping us to be able to reach a destination of financial independence to where we can be able to buy back our time. KDWS, my man from California today, signed up last week. He said, Greg, I'm never going back to a job. That's it. People are starting to understand that jobs are taking up too much of your time. So guys, I'm starting with this company 2 years ago under the leadership of Andre Campbell. I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I'm still earning. I still make mistakes. I still keep it real. I understand the process because I want progress. And that's where we're going to be able to get it. It's in our process. So don't hurt yourself. Don't beat yourself if you make mistakes. If you fall down, get back up. If you're on this call and you're new and you want to hear some incredible information, stick around. I'm about to get into it right now. So what I'm going to do is real quick is I am going to share my screen and hopefully you guys can see it. And we're going to have an incredible speaker that's going to be coming out, one of our crypto traders. Let me just jump here. I don't know what that is, but guess what? Boom, here we go. All right, let's go from the beginning here. Okay. So guys, what I'll do is I'll, briefly just run through this real fast is, just talk about how do we feel? How do you feel about life? How do you feel about where you're at in life? How do you feel about your relationship? How do you feel about your money? How do you feel about your time? Just ask yourself the question is your feelings. Like, what do you really feel if you kept it real? Do you feel discouraged sometimes? Do you feel that there was something better? Do you feel like inside when you're at that job or you're with your wife or you're at home and you feel like there's a lack of, do you really feel like you were meant for more than what you have? And I don't know what you have. You can only answer that question. And if that feeling is burning on the inside of you guys, you got to ask yourself, if that feeling is, what if there are some, what are some of the challenges that you face today based on the things that you're feeling? some of the things that are holding you back, some of the fears that you face. You know, that same fear that just overrides your faith, you know, just takes away, you know, that faith that what is the substance of things that you hope for, but it's the evidence of things you don't see, which is biblical. You know, that faith that allows you to be able to walk, get on a plane and be able to drive up a highway and know that you're not, and feel confident you won't get hit. What are some of the things that you face? Some of the things that are that's challenging you today. So let's overcome our fears. Let's overcome some of our challenges. We just want to talk about the mindset. So 85% of people don't feel happy. They don't feel fulfilled on their jobs, and because of the lack of fulfillment and the lack of happiness, it affects their homes. And we have divorce rates up, we have foreclosures up, and it all stems back because of the lack of fulfillment, the lack of money. And they dread waking up every single day. Guys, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you're someone that has a job and you wake up every day and you're just feeling subject, or you have to put your tail in between your legs because of a supervisor, there's something you want to say or something that you feel, but because you depend on this job, you really can't say it because you don't want to have yourself getting fired. If you feel that you want to go to lunch when you want, do you feel discouraged? Like I felt that when I wanted to go to something that was dealing with my kids, I had to make up a lie or an excuse because I wanted to go there and I couldn't, you know, I had to make up an excuse because I couldn't show up to work. Guys, if that's you, put a 1 in the chat real quick. If you say, I want to change that feeling, not change the job. I want to change that feeling, Greg. I want to change the way that I'm feeling. I want to change the way that if I wanted to go somewhere, if I wanted to do something, if I wanted to take the summer off, I got to worry about money. How many guys right now want to make some money? How many guys want to know how money is being made? If you're on this line and you really want to make some money, don't leave and look at other people's progress. Let's look at what you can do. You know, most people with our company that I'm about to show you as it relates to the 85%, most people lay around, they try and see what other people are going to do. Don't wait. Because other people might not do nothing. You're going to let that dictate where you're going to go because of how lazy they are. So 85% of people don't feel happy. If you want to feel happy, guys, put a 7 in the chat real quick. If you're on the call and you're saying, Greg, I want to feel happy. I want to feel fulfilled. I want to feel the joy. You know, put a yeah. There you go. All right. All right. So when we're feeling like that, guys, I just want you to really think. When we're not happy, when we're not feeling well, when we're confused sometimes, and we're at the crossroad, in our life, and when we're not happy or fulfilled, guys, it takes a toll on our confidence. It takes a toll on our self-worth, what we feel about ourselves. It takes a toll on our happiness. It takes a toll. And when you're not happy, your family's not happy. Your health, it wears you down. Your finances, everything that we're speaking about can suffer when you have a lack of fulfillment. So what if there was another way? Yeah, Greg, I said it. What if there was another way? Okay. What if you had a chance to learn from individuals in an industry that can show you a set of skills to where you can take dollars and turn them into $10, take tens and turn them into hundreds, do it multiple times a day? What if there was a way you can learn the secrets of the bank? What if there's a way to where you can have access to information that you can have individuals worldwide, doesn't matter where you're located, that will hold your hand and show you how to take baby steps to get to where you want to be? What if there's another way? What if things can be completely different in your home, different in the kind of car you drive, the relationship with your kids and your wife? What if there's a way to where those things can be different? So guys, I want to share with you tonight a very simple story. And our story, as it relates to you, as it relates to us, we're all connected. We're all connected in one place, one mind. And our story is simple. In order to empower me, I must empower you. Our story is very simple. We must encourage and uplift you as the individual. You can have results where you can feel better about yourself, because when you're happy, we're all happy. So we want to be able to empower you, enlighten you, and encourage you. We want to build better lives. It's a simple thing. It's called a better way of living. It's a better life to where you're going to be connected with individuals in a completely different circle, completely different habits, guys. And I hope you guys are feeling me tonight. I'm completely sincere. And I want to help you with the mind, because a lot of people get in and they put the cart before the horse. What do you mean, Mr. White? Yes, I said it. A lot of people come in here and they chase after the dollar. Money should be attracted to you. You don't chase after the dollar, you chase after the information, chase after the education. If your desires and your faith and belief was in that perspective, you wouldn't have problems about the dollars. The dollars will come. So if you could properly put everything in perspective with this simple story to build a better life, guys, you will have what we call, it's a roadmap to success. We want to give meaning and purpose to every step. You know, every step that you take, every way that you want to be able to walk through, every door that you walk through, every window that's open, we want to give meaning and purpose. It's why so many people that's in our company right now today is having great success. It's because we believe in empowering and impacting people. And that's our story. So we believe that real change, guys, tonight starts with you if you're on this call. Real change starts with you and your heart and your belief. Real change starts with someone else that you can pay it forward and share a completely simple story in a way that people can gain access to changing their outcome in order to change their income. With positive self-talk in the way that you think. So we want to help you change this in order to change this. So if we can create that paradigm shift to not what you want, but what you believe, then you can achieve it. That's finding real, true success. Okay, so I want you to understand is how do you talk to yourself when you look at information, and how would you feel if you had total control of every aspect in your life? And I don't mean that in a condescending way. I mean, if you had control to where you can control the way you feel, think, and the way that you operate as it relates to being successful, if you had that control. So guys, I want to just be real brief and share with you something that I read before called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Spoke about the 4 ways that that people earn money. I think we got somebody on that we need to mute, Dre. I don't know if you have control of that. Guys, definitely want to just share with you about the 4 ways that, that we're going to talk about money today. And we want to really express, hold on, you're unmuted as the host. Can you guys still hear me okay? Andre, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Greg. You're good.
Okay. All right, 4 ways, 4 ways that money is made in this country, in the world, basically, guys. And what I'm about to share with you tonight, this is completely, it's not old, but it's new to a lot of us, which is, how people make money, how money's being multiplied. So you have 60% of people that work for someone, which they exchange their time for dollars. You go to work, you get paid. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid. 35% work for themselves, and they end up finding themselves that they work 10 times harder for themselves opposed to when they were working for someone, because now they're 100% responsible. But guys, I want to share with you that's 95% that makes up only 5% of the entire market, which is the world's income. When you look to the right, there's another 5% that makes up 95% of the entire market. And 4% of that is business owners. Walmart, when you look at Starbucks, when you look at places like Amazon, these are people that have developed and found how to leverage other people's efforts and how to develop systems to work for them instead of them being at place. What I want to talk about tonight is the 1% of the investor, which is the mindset. How many guys right now want to be a part of the 1% to where you can understand how money works? So if you want to be a part of the 1%, I just want to say commit and don't quit. That's what the 1%ers there. They've had ups and downs, but if you can be one of those committers and not quitters, then you'll go very far. So you want to be 1% of the investor. You have the mindset to continue to run through doors, to be able to knock down walls. You have the mindset to be able to jump off tall buildings. That's the mindset that you're going to go no matter what. And this is the investor mindset as far as how to be able to understand how to multiply money. So if right now, if you guys on this call and you're saying, Greg, I want to be a part of that 1%, guys, throw a 7 in the chat right now. I'm not telling you right now if it's possible. I'm telling you, if you want to be a part of that 1%, throw a 7 in the chat right now for me, guys, if you want to be a part of the 1%. 1% mindset. Awesome. 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 So, guys, what we're going to talk about is the foreign exchange market. Guess how many zeros are in $1 trillion? You guessed it, 12 zeros. Okay, we right now updated where we're imagining a 6.6 trillion, not 5.3 trillion per day, dollar per day market. You guys ever heard that? The foreign exchange market. It's a market that's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. And the market is completely worldwide. If you're interested and wanted to be able to tap into one of the largest financial institutions to find out how it works, you're in the right place at the right time. You want to thank the person that got you into this call. This market's incredible. It's a market you can exchange in without owning any physical money. Everything is completely done digitally from your cell phone, your tablet, computer, as long as you have internet access. So guys, again, this is Greg White out of sunny South Florida with Andre Campbell. I want to welcome you to the foreign exchange. We call it Forex for short. The foreign exchange market, guys, is just a simple place to where you can learn how the bartering system was created in the biblical days, to where you can exchange one thing for another one, based off of the rate and the value at the time. Okay, welcome to FRX. There's another market that we definitely don't frown upon. It's growing toward $1 trillion, which is the digital currency, which is Bitcoin and Forex. It's becoming a complete global phenomenon. Forms of payment that's done every day, purchases any every way. Just talking with Andre Campbell tonight, early today, and guys, they just put their first Bitcoin machine as far as forms of payment in the airport, the Miami International Airport. Guys, this is the new wave. It's a new era. Don't get left behind. Don't let the young people just fall in and we fall behind. Let's keep up with the trend. Okay, so this is one of the things that I always say is that you can trade also without owning any physical cash in this market. The DCX is the digital currency that we just spoke about. But what I want to really very pause is to say the I am educated. It's one of the things that I fell in love with. It's completely mind-blowing to be educated. It's completely to know and not know. So what I want to just share with my individuals and the people that's on the line to the guests, most people fell in life because of what they don't know. And just because of what you don't know, and I want you to dub this, write it down. Just because you don't know doesn't mean that you cannot know. Most people fail in life because of what they don't know. Doesn't mean that they cannot know. You can know it. You just got to apply yourself. Learning is very simple over here. We have master markets, knowing we have masters in the market that know how to be able to come into these markets and build real wealth and freedom. Educators, we got, information that's going to help you in the Foreign Exchange Mastery Academy. This is one of the products to where they walk you through like you were 2 years old. Over 100 series, guys, you can log into in any minute. You have the High Frequency Master Academy. This is other, tools that we have. We have a slew of products, digital currency, Master Academy. What I want to just jump on real quick is you can have access to over 100 full-time educators at any given time where you can connect, you can collaborate. Yes, you can actually learn and succeed as well, while participating, with some of these markets. I always tell people you don't have to know everything to do everything. You just got to follow the people that know it. Peace. Okay, so if you're powerful, guys, learn from the best, from the live on your own time. We have something to where you can literally be empowered with mentorship that's designed around the clock, to fit your busy life schedule times. So there's no excuse. You can throw that out the window. I don't have time, but that's why you should be doing this, so you can buy back your time. But anyway, we got stuff to where if you can't get on one of the sessions, you can go back and watch it. It's recorded. So we allow you to come into this very unique space, okay, with a lot of products that we have, like the harmonic scanner. It's a tool, and I'm not expecting for those that are new to know what this is. It's okay. You don't have to know what. You don't have to know how. Just know why. And we don't expect you to know this, but just know that it's available. It's available for your learning. So you can discover how to follow strategies through powerful tools that can help you, simplify trading at its very, very, very simple stages, the least path of resistance. So jump in, guys, and learn as you're on the go. Get easy to follow trade ideas in the market. We're going to present to your phone. And what I want to do real quick is, let me see. I know we're going to have a few people that's going to be coming on. Is you got things like swipe trades and gold cups, one of my favorite, apps, and, swipe coin. And these things right here, guys, is just, something else that just allows you to come on and, let me see real quick. You can come on and just use these products and give yourself a chance to be able to learn from some of the experts. You know what I mean? So I'm super excited about this tonight, with some of the people that's on. What I want to reach out to some of the ones that are using these products. They've made a little to a lot, completely just changing lives. And I want to see real quick. I know we got a couple people that's on, out of, Washington, like Remy Martin, and Pam Davis. I want to see if I can call on Remy real quick. If you're out there, I want to just bring on someone that I got a lot of respect for. That's literally trailblazing, bringing people in and leading, from the front. And what I will say about this is that, one of the things is that she's in it to win it. So through her ups and downs, and every person that's successful have taken some hits, and and I don't call a loss, but I always call it learn, because you learn, they're called lessons. But I want to bring on Remy Martin out of Washington, trailblazing. Remy, I want you to just, give a brief, statement about these products like the harmonic scanner, about the web analyzer, the trade ideas, about, some of the things and the strategies that we're on with the ECC 11. If you can, real quick, Remy, let me bring you on real quick.
Thank you for allowing me to say a few words. So I have just great things to say about the Vibrata, our former web analyzer. I love the new layout of it. It's easier to use than ever before. What I love most is that the two strategies that I've been using, the ECC 11 and the BYOB cash out, both use that tool. And I just appreciate having all that information all at one place. And most importantly, that it comes right to my Telegram, right to my smartphone. I can pull those trade ideas and, execute on them. So that's my first love. I'd love to learn harmonic scanner next, but I've been wrapped up in the Vibrata. Thanks, Greg.
Awesome, Remy. Awesome. Hey, Remy, one other thing. What would you say to some of our new guests that are on the line? What would be one word of advice that you would say to them as it relates to them starting on this journey?
You know what? I would go back to the last two Money Mondays. There are recordings of Greg White teaching us about the oh my gosh, the words just dropped out of my head too. Copy, paste, and profit. Copy, paste, and profit. Learn how to do that when you're beginning, and do it while you're studying. Couple those things together, and of course, trading with our educators. But that combination is a winner for those of us who want to be making money while we're learning. So that's my piece of advice for all of us newbies.
Thank you, Remy. Thank you. Hey guys, I want to bring on another person. I got a ton of respect for it. This guy called him the mayor of Las Vegas. Personal friend of mine. I know past profits don't guarantee future results, but this gentleman, man, is a person that I connected with years ago. And in his previous business, he did like $1 million. Well, I'll let him tell you, he's did quite over 7 figures. And he just was trading the other day from what he's learned. And this gentleman's just incredible. He won't quit. He won't give up. And I want to bring him on right now to Las Vegas, my personal business partner, my good friend. He's a trader, and this guy's incredible, Mr. Gilo Morgan. How you doing, Gilo?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. How are you, Greg? You hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. First of all, I want to give it up to Andre for hosting these awesome Money Monday calls. Next, I want to give love to you, my friend, for calling me and saying, Gilo, I got to show you something. And I admit, guys, I was not into it. I was like, yeah, man, I was making high 5-figure months, and I'm not here to brag about anything other than to inspire people. And I was not interested. I was like, yeah, but Greg had enough love for me and my family that he said, Gilo, I'm going to call you every day until you take a look. I did, and I saw him turn 10 cents into $270 in 20 seconds. I said, you have my full attention. What is this? And that begun my journey. It has been an awesome journey. I love trading Forex. I love trading crypto. Here's the thing. It's a skill. If there was a skill that you could learn, guys, that could change your life, that you could make money like a bank, would you want to know about it? The answer is absolutely yes. Don't get left behind, guys. I personally love the web analyzer. I also love the harmonics it's called now. I love DeLorean. It's Forex for life, you guys, as far as I'm concerned. And I just want to thank other members of my team, Remy Martin, who is just exploding all over the country, and Johnny O, and Pam Stevenson. These are all people that I can't. You don't make the kind of money that you dream about making alone. You have to make that money with people. And what better people to partner with than people who have the same vision as you, people who are just as crazy as you, people who want that crazy lifestyle, people who want to make a difference. people who want to change and help other people's lives. So thanks again, guys. It's an awesome, awesome journey. Loving every moment of it.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you, Mr. Morgan. Yeah, I got one more person I want to call out to real quick. I see Candy on the line out of Hawaii. I think if that's Candy, if I'm correct. Candy, if you can hear me, unmute yourself real quick. If you're there. Whoa, did I lose everybody? Hang on. Here we go. Okay. All right, so I don't think, can you guys still, Andre, can you guys still hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you, Greg. We can hear
Good,
you.
man.
You're good.
Hey, listen, I can't, I'll be remiss. I'm just scrolling through, and I'll get back to the slides, and I'm going to bring on our special guest, for the night that's going to take it away. But I'll be remiss, man, if I didn't bring on this young lady right here, man, that's just literally educating and helping people out of Atlanta, Georgia. Great person that, from the city of Miami, that I got a lot of respect for. Super duper, we call a superwoman, Shanita Cooper. It's Ms. Cooper. If you're on the line, if you can unmute yourself, definitely would love to hear from you to grace the mic real quick, say a few kind words, as it relates to what you're doing. Hats off, hands down. If you can hear me, Ms. Cooper, unmute yourself. Superwoman is on the line.
Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, awesome. Well, Greg, thank you. And thank you, Andre, for, you guys are always trailblazers leading the way for myself and others. So thank you for the honor. Thank you for allowing me to speak. One of the great things about the I Am Mastery Academy, my favorite, is the Go Live, is the educators, because we have the top educators in the world. And I always refer people back to the educators. Go back, learn, watch the videos over and over and over again. I always tell people when I first started, the educator I was watching, I had no clue as to what was going on, but I just pressed replay, pause, did what they were doing until I got it. So find an educator that you can connect to. And the brother that's on tonight, I met him in Dallas. I've been following him since then, since Dallas. Downstairs in the elevator, he gave us a hallway presentation. So let me tell you, my trading game, guys, it has definitely stepped up. So definitely go live. The I Am Educators, that is my favorite part of I Am Mastery Academy.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ms. Cooper, we really appreciate you. I want to just say the honor is all mine. Had a great time with you up there in Dallas. Looking forward to doing it again.
Absolutely.
I have some super duper things that's going to be coming up in the future. Me and Andre and yourself, and some of the people like Kurt Cobain and Orrin Wright. Spoke with Kathy Kirkland. It's a whole lot that we're going to be doing down here in South Florida and trailblazing. We're looking to crisscross the country with you, lock arms, making it happen. Thanks for everything.
Sir. You're welcome.
All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and wrap this up really fast so we can get on to our speaker for the hour. Hey, Shanine, can you guys see my screen again?
Yes, we can.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do real quick is that we spoke about some of the products, the vibrato. I'm just going to speed through this really fast as far as, just getting in, and we'll get, our speaker that's on for the night. So we want to just definitely, after the Gold Cup, it's just, show you to there are several, products and, with the academies, to help you with the trading. When I first started this company, guys, we didn't have what you guys are seeing. Take advantage of it. Don't slip, don't sleep, because just in the blink of an eye, it can be at a different value. You know what I mean? So I feel like we're the first founders. We're in at the beginning, and you don't want to miss out on that, guys. So, we do have success stories, having total freedom, living their best lives, worth more than money. It's, taught them how to be able to create and build real wealth with, with family, as far as being able to spend more time. These are just average people having the ability to make huge differences in the world. It's able to change his life. So the question is, guys, is when I first saw this information, when Andre first presented it to me, I think if you're new on this call, one of the biggest questions is how. You know, how, you know, the question is we get is how do you get started? You know, and that should be each and every person's question is how do you get access? How do I get access? You know, but if you allow yourself to sit in one of these presentations and you're sitting up here like this with your hands folded, like you're trying to wait for the moment to say, I got you, you're not going to receive it. But if you come to any presentation to receive the information and you look honestly without being jaded and you look at the information for what it is, your simple question is that, okay, if all this, what I'm seeing is halfway true, that I can learn. And remember, this is where you're investing in your personal, this is a personal investment into your personal development. And if you're open-minded toward that change, your question should be, hey, how do I get started? How do I get the process going? Okay, how do you get into this space real quick as it relates to getting started? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's right here. You have a platinum starter pack of $225, and right now the company is running a promotion for $199. So you can literally you get a small discount right now, and then you have the $325 package. Okay, the only difference is that the $325 comes with more stuff. So you can literally get started today. There are other packages that come, with it. You can get started today for $225. Gives you the Go Live, harmonic scanner, it's the basic. If you choose that package, you want to add the vibrato, formerly known as the web analyzer. It's a must, because if you're a new person and you want to trade, don't come in here and try to learn and retain all the information overnight. Do like what Shanita did, learn it in time and in process. But I don't think in the beginning when you started, Shanita, that we had the copy paste system down pat, but we have it down pat now. We have educators. We have traders like my friend and business partner, Andre Campbell. We lock arms. We have them out here to where they're allowing you to copy their trades. And I'm telling you, it's something that you really want to do, but this gets you access. This gets you access. And to be able to keep that access, guys, what we've done is we have a membership, which is every month, where you to keep access to everything I just showed you. You'll pay the $164 or $274. $274 just gives you access to everything. You don't need all that right now, but some people just get it anyway. But whatever you do for the membership, it's as far as a cup of coffee per day. 2 and free, you refer to active paying customers, you get access to what the company have for free. How many of you guys like free? Put an 8 in the chat if you like to get something for free. And all you got to do is help 2 people and the company helps you. It's help all the way around. And we call that a reward system for our students. So this way it's no different than Uber, no different than Lyft, no different than Cash Apps. It's one of those things to where you have a referral link. And anybody you send that link to in your contacts, if they decide to get started, then you'll get rewarded. Is that fair, guys? So don't have a fear, have faith to be able to help people and overcome your fears as it relates to what you think they might say. You owe it to them to plant a seed. You owe it to someone to say, hey, I found a way. You owe it to them to be able to share an idea. But stop being able to say, well, I'm not going to do this if you're already in because you're fear. Have faith to help other people, okay? So guys, what I'm going to share real quick, and I wrote through this, is that our company has another part where you can become an independent business owner, where you can build a successful home-based business. This is completely optional. If you desire to want to know how to help other people, our company has a budget, guys, that we spend on our students instead of spending on commercials. So if you help 3 people, which is at the bottom, you can be a platinum 150 by upgrading, which is optional. I want you to type optional because I don't want people saying, oh, this is one of those things. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's one of those things to where you can help a lot of people. Yes, it is. 3 people, company will pay you $37.50 a week. 12 people, $150 a week. 30 people, $250 a week. I want to give a shout out to all of our platinum 150s, all of our platinum 600s, our platinum 1000s. Definitely salute to you guys. You guys are hit the ground running. You don't mind sharing information. God bless you. And that's where it all begins as it relates to being a farmer. All right, guys, it goes on and on. 225, when you're platinum 5,000, hats off to Greg G. Money White, just smashed that. About to smash Chairman 10. But that's a team of 225. The company pays $12.50 a week. A team of 500, and these are all students, guys. You can't stop the flow of water. I want you to understand that. Every student Every person has their own personal incentive to tell 1 or 2 or 3 people, not because of you. It's because of what they want. And if they choose not to, God bless you, pay the membership, trade, and be happy. But I do believe in helping people. Guys, we go all the way up to Chairman 500, Chairman 10, you know, Andre Campbell pushing his way all the way to almost Chairman 25. Chairman 50, guys, is a team of 25. Chairman 10, you're making $2,500 a week. Chairman 25, you're making $6,000 a week. You guys can see the numbers. So I'm not going to bore you with that, but it's a lot of money that's on the table just simply from where you can help other people. And this is just extra for the starter packs. These are Platinums 150, 600s, and our Platinum 1000, guys. The deal is real. That's all I can tell you. All right, guys, so all I'm going to do is get ready and wrap this up and bring on someone that I have a lot of respect for. This guy is, you know, blazing and, you know, trailblazing. So if you're looking for that person, if you're just somebody that say, hey, I don't want to earn a lot, I just want to pay off a little bit of debt. You know, I just want to be the one that learned how to trade. You know, that's me. Saving money might be your motive or your reason why. Whatever it is, my reason was that I wanted to change my life. So, guys, this is Greg White out of sunny South Florida. Thank you, guys, for all of our listeners that's on. So if you're that person that want to change your life, you guys have already saw it. We're setting the sail. We're on deck. We're going to the other side. The ship is already put together. The destination is the moon. You don't need to know all the details as far as what kind of fuel, who put it together, what kind of wiring. Just know that we have a destination and we have a real rocket ship that's getting to our destination. And guys, if you want to get on board and get to that destination, we'll explain every detail as far as how the ship was put together on the way to the moon. And we'll tell you what kind of fuel is in. So your job is just make a decision to get on board. Get back with the person that's invited you to this call. We'll see you next Monday. Guys, tell Lottie Dottie and everybody. Give them a chance. And guys, with that being said, I want to bring on a gentleman. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring on Andre Campbell to bring this gentleman on. Mr. Campbell, are you on the line, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guys, thank you for the, that's my time. I'm going to turn this back over to Mr. Campbell and let him bring on our guest speaker for the night.
Greg G. Money White, everyone. Brother, I want to thank you for that presentation. Awesome presentation. I want to thank all our special guests tonight, everyone who spoke. Not going to waste any more time. I'm going to bring on the man of the hour right now. Ladies and gentlemen, as you heard earlier, we're learning. This is a constant learning. It's an education. It's a life skill. Once you learn it, it's amazing. Go anywhere in the world that you have that smartphone, tablet, computer, and navigate these markets. Now, this gentleman tonight we're bringing on, he's very, very, very busy, ripping and running all over the world, helping a lot of men and women who had no prior experience learn how to navigate these markets. He's one of the top trainers in the entire planet. You know, and what I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on this call, the majority of the people on the planet do not understand this information. So you're privileged tonight to be on here. If you're listening to this recording, watch it again, share it, and definitely get the information. Without any further ado, this gentleman we have a ton of respect for. As Shanita Cooper said, we were just with him, last month or month before last in Dallas, Texas. Thousands of people were there. And he's one of the people who has a passion for helping people. He's earning a lot of money. He likes to have fun. And more importantly for you, he has all the knowledge and the information to help you on your journey to success also. He's out of Detroit, out of the D. And I see he's sitting there right now in the rocket ship, in the cockpit of the train station. So I don't want to waste any more time. I want to bring on Mr. Curtis Kobane Branch. What's going on, champ?
What's going on, bro? Listen, I feel like I was just kicking it with you guys, man.
Hey, brother, like that setup, brother. You ready to take off in the ship? Greg said you got the spaceship, brother. That's it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got to be comfortable when you're making this kind of money, man.
There you go, brother. There you go. There you go.
Man, I see you over there with the professional Joe Rogan setup going on over there. I love it.
Let's kick it back. Oh yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Guys, listen, I am thrilled to be on this call with you guys tonight. You have no idea what's about to happen. So this is the fair warning to the guys and gals that have never seen me educate. Listen, fellas, if you have a toupee, I suggest you get your Elmer's glue, your Gorilla Glue. I'm about to blow your mind. It's going down. All right. Ladies, I'm not responsible for any lace front damage. I'm about to blow your mind as well. That bad boy is going to be in the driveway full of gravel. So I'm just warning you ahead of time. Get ready. It's about to go down. Okay? Get your notepads. I'm saying, listen, the folks who didn't make it on this call, they're going to be mad. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys really quickly. All right, am I coming through clear? You guys can see my screen?
Yes, sir. You're up and running, brother. We see
All
you.
right, now listen, Andre, I got to ask you this. Listen, now we can go slow and steady, or we can go right to the moon. I can take you guys full throttle through what I do on my sessions, break it down for you guys, and you can have something that you can look back at and say, listen, if you didn't get the bag from this call, I'm sorry for your loss.
Hey, brother, do your thing, brother, and definitely let everyone know, your sessions so they can catch up with you. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you definitely want to plug into this gentleman and get this information, most definitely.
Okay, absolutely, I love it. So, if you want to catch me teaching on the Go Live platform, I teach every Wednesday and Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, look, when you get on there, be ready to take notes. Wednesdays are typically for the beginner to intermediate trader. So that way, some of you guys are a little new to cryptocurrency. It's a little different. You're like, oh man, I'm not really used to trading crypto, man. This crypto educator stuff is a little beyond me. It's cool. I got you. Easy, slow and steady. We break things down, showing you how to get involved, how to get your Coinbase account, how to get your wallet set up. Everything is, step-by-step instructions, nothing crazy, showing you how to get a Ledger Nano, how you want to use that, even how to navigate Coinbase Pro, right? I walk you step-by-step, showing you how to use the website so you can trade on that website and have knowledge about how to actually grow your crypto portfolio, because I'm here to tell you cryptocurrency is not going away. It's going to get bigger and bigger, more adoption, more use cases. This stuff is going to be everywhere. And wouldn't you love to finally be on the right side of something when it takes off? Instead of saying, man, somebody was telling me about that, and lo and behold, here it is again. Listen, the company is putting you in position right now. Don't miss the rocket ship, okay? When somebody offers you a seat on the rocket ship, you don't ask where we going. You sit down and strap in. All right, we're going to figure it out on the way. So listen, guys, it's about to go down. I'm going to walk you guys through how I trade, what I'm looking for, and the things I'm going to show you. Here's the funny part. It works on Forex as well. So it's about to be lit. All right. Now, what I want to do first and foremost is, let me scoot this over here. I want to go ahead and set the tone for what I'm about to explain to you guys. So I want to show you what I do typically. Let me move this out of the way. I like to educate you guys in things that are more proactive than reactive, right? I want to make sure you guys have areas in the market where if price is here, once it returns to this area, this is what I'm looking to do. Now, I'm warning you, when I show you this, you are going to flip out because you've been looking at it the entire time and never knew it was there. All right. Now, I'm going to break down what a Fibonacci retracement tool is really quickly. And that way, as I work through here and I show you the examples with this Fibonacci retracement tool, you can't say I did not warn you. Now, from here, all I've done with this tool just now, guys, is gone from low to high. And the pro tip with the fib tool is this. You always want to draw your fib tool from left to right, guys. Real straightforward stuff. Nothing hard about it, right? Left to right. And the thing is, when we draw it from left to right, we always want to catch it where we're looking at a high point to a low point or a low point to a high point. Now, here's the deal. Here's the nursery rhyme I teach my kids, right? From low to high, we're looking for a buy, right? From high to low, how low can we go? So the thing about the Fibonacci retracement tool that's really cool is it gives you a gauge of how strong your market is based on how far the market actually retraces. So let me go ahead and show you guys something really quickly. And I think this will kind of help set the tone for what I'm about to show you guys. So right here is just a real quick example, right? If we have a low point going all the way up to a high, right? Price is dropping down. If something stops here at this 382 level, moves up, we got a strong trend, right? Because we're seeing the buyers show up very early, right? We had that buy momentum, sellers showed up, got erased, buyers show up, right? We drop a little lower down to 50% on the fib tool. This is a normal trend, typical movements. We get a 50% retracement in most of those movements we see in the market. Now, if we drop lower than 50%, we get to 61%. This is where we start to really get an understanding that when the buyers made this huge move from low to high, as they drop down and we drop below that 50%, the sellers have essentially wiped away almost 60% of what the buyers already created, right? Now, of course, we've dropped all the way down, back down to the 100 level. This is no longer a retracement. This is a full-fledged reversal. These sellers are back in control. They've erased everything the buyers have set in place, right? So back to our fib chart. Let's go ahead and do this for you guys. I'm going to go from low with a little example, high, back down, land back here, right? Typical movement in the market, right? We got lows, highs, higher lows, and all that good stuff. I'm going to take my fib tool, draw an example of how this is, drawn out. So we go from low all the way up to the high. Boom. Simple stuff, guys. Real straightforward. Now notice these numbers I have here listed on the fib, all these levels. You're going to gain a really good relationship with these numbers. They're going to be your best friends. You're going to know them by heart. They're going to come over your house and go in the refrigerator without even have to ask for permission. They're going to become family. And that's what family does. They come to your house and go in your refrigerator without saying something. So what you want to do is understand that when price is dropping down here, we got our white hot zones first, right? We have 236 and 382. Remember what I just showed you guys, right? This tells us that when the price comes down to 382, we have a strong trend, all right? As we see price dropping down, if something comes down into this area here and all of a sudden, boom, makes a move back up, that is awesome. That is phenomenal. That is great. But here's the thing. Some of you guys are saying, okay, Kurt, so what? Should I be putting entries at every one of these levels? Is that what I'm doing here? Is that what I'm looking for? Easy. Slow it down, grasshopper. You're not going to put an entry at every level. This is going to gauge the strength of your trend. So when we see something coming to a 236 or a 382 and we break back higher and make a higher high, that's what we're looking for from these white hot zones. Because in my experiences, I've seen price make a move where it's dropped down, hit these areas, and people say, oh, I entered here to 236, I entered here to 382, and all of a sudden price turns around and finishes dropping lower. What we're looking for is that higher high. Once that higher high is made, when I say higher high, something is closing, right? A candle is closing higher than our last point here at A, right? So we got our swing low, swing high, prices drop down. All of a sudden, what the buyers have shown up and pushed us higher, and now structure. This is the key word I'm showing you guys. Structure has been established now, right? These buyers have said, yeah, we made a push up here. The sellers made a nice run down, and the buyer said, you know what, sellers, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and rethink all of that. Once we broke above and made that higher high, all that sell momentum that was here has now been demolished, right? All those sell orders that push price down, no more. Buyers are back in control. This is why I say we need to see that 236, 382 zone first to solidify that, okay, we've gauged the strength, right? We already showed you guys the gauge, right? 382, that's what we're looking for. Nice, strong trend. So price pushes up, makes a higher high. Now we got our entry. This is where the market executions come in. This is the area where we've understood that now these sellers that have shown up, nope, moved out of the way. Buyers are back in control. The buyers are back in town. We're back to the upside. Right now, here's another thing I got to make sure I stress at this level. I know I'm talking a little fast for you guys. This is the part where when you see this 236 zone, this 236 is just as strong, if not stronger, than this 382. But the 236 has another function, right? This is real important when you're drawing fibs out. Real important, crucial, okay? When you're drawing your fib and that 236 zone, right, is tested, let's see if price drops down here and pushes back up. If nothing closes on the other side of this 236 zone, we don't even have an active fib, guys. This is how you remove all the noise when you want to use Fibonacci. Some of you guys are like, man, should I draw my fib from this high to this low, this high to this low, this high to this? And you're like, dude, chill, listen, relax, right? You're looking for the low, you're looking for a high. Once price drops below that 236 zone, or something just closes slightly below, boom, we got an active fib. Right? The sellers are showing us they want to start to move down now. We have an active level that the market is showing you, hey, I want to make a move lower. Now we can start drawing out the rest of the things that we need to set up our scenarios in the market. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, we've already set the tone for 236, 382. These are not entry zones. These are simply white hot zones, and we want to see how price reacts to this area. If price bounces from here, pushes back up, we're not looking to get in, right? Because here's the deal. When price does make a move from here and makes that higher high, now we know that now we know the buyers are absolutely in control. The ratios of you having a successful, strong, bullish momentum trend is in your favor now. Now you're on the right side with the money because you've seen basically the market showing you its hand, right? You're playing poker and said, hey, listen, I got a royal flush. You want to get in or you want to fold? And now you say, you know what? That makes sense. I'm all in. I'm all in. I've seen what you've done. You stopped at the 236. You've made a higher high. These buyers are in control. Let's get it, right? Same thing and vice versa when we're looking at a sale. If, let's say, we got a movement that's going from, right, high point down to low, price pulls up just slightly, and then boom, drops down, makes a lower low. If I put a fib on this, right, I would go from the high down to the low. And notice how I drew this, guys, right? From left to right, always left to right, left to right. Price comes up, what, 236, and then drops back down, lower low. We can market execute on that candle. The moment that one candle closes lower than this area, we can market execute on that sale, right? Very nice market execution. Now you guys probably saying, well, Kurt, what about my stop loss? You got to get me together with my risk management. Of course, I got you. I got you. So your stop losses in these market execution trades would go just above the 236, right? Now we know that this zone is a structure point that the buyers can't break. You want to see the market physically fight against itself to take you out the trade. This is how you use structure in the market on your side. Now, some of you guys are like, okay, Kurt, you went a little fast on me. That's a lot to deal with in the first 5 seconds. I want you to know that it gets easier as I continue to explain this, all right? These are just those quick scenarios where the market hasn't made a big move down. And some of you guys are saying, well, I can't seem to get my trades activated. I'm looking for my entry zones and I never get them hit. And I always say, well, did price, stop at a 236 or a 382, make a higher high? Yeah, it did, but I couldn't find my entry. Market execute once that higher high is made. All right, and I'll show you what we're looking for to get those trades, for those take profits. But these are really strong positions. This is typically how a lot of people miss movements in the market because they don't know how to execute on that trend that's just really strong, because we're always waiting for that deep pullback or a better structure point, or we can't seem to find a harmonic pattern inside of that. You have to know what you're looking for based on the strength. Fibonacci is a really great proactive tool that doesn't have you wait a lot of times. Sometimes we're maybe using a RSI, a stochastic, a MACD, a Bollinger Band, and it requires that you have to be patient and let the market finally get in position, or this has to cross over. My moving averages have to do this thing where they do the tango and then one dips the other and he pulls it up and does the flamingo. You don't have to wait for any of that if you know where your levels already are and you can execute on those levels in advance. That's why I said the Fibonacci tool is very proactive. Okay. So let us do this for a moment. Let me back it up here and keep it real simple. So now let's just say, right, our areas are broken, right? We've broken all the way down. Now, once this 236 zone is broken, first and foremost, now here's the protocol, right? Here's the scenario. You want to look to box up certain zones within this, and I'll show you why. This 50% 618 zone is incredibly powerful, guys. When I tell you this zone in a trending market is going to become your best friend. And when I go to these Forex charts, I don't want anybody to get mad at me. I don't want anybody to start throwing me hate mail in my inboxes and my DMs. Like, Kurt, I've been knowing you this long and you just not telling me. Listen, I've been busy. I've been helping a lot of people. So when we get into this, this is where I'm going to start to really go step by step in how this is going to work. And I'm going to show you examples on a lot of different charts. So don't think this is one of those things where Kurt's just trying to flex right now in the video. No. We're going to go to the charts where it counts. All right, we're going to show you everything. We're backed up with facts. Now, first things first, box up 50% 618 zone. One of the reasons why this area is so powerful, and let me actually show you guys this, because this is a big deal. And a lot of people have never heard of what I'm about to share with you guys. So I want to make sure I'm like really going into depth with why this is important. This right here, this information is not very common to most people. A few people hear about it here and there, but this is a big deal, right? High frequency trading, right, is a program trading platform that uses powerful computers to transact large number of orders in fractions of a second. It uses complex algorithms, Fibonacci, to analyze multiple markets and executes orders based on market conditions. This is the key term out of everything I just read to you guys. Market conditions dictate what the algorithms are going to do. I'm going to show you how we can use the algorithms to find the best entries based off of what's happening. And here's the deal. This method of trading is done in over 70% of the market. Okay? When you sit down to trade your Forex account or you sit down to trade your crypto account, you're not trading against Ralph inside of some warehouse with some bifocals and a pocket protector. Oh, no. No, because listen, if you guys are, I'm going to say when you guys become multi-billion-dollar traders, you're not going to want to have somebody trading your money for you, right? Because a lot of human error can creep in. If Ralph has a bad day at home with his wife and he comes to work all grunting and mad and slamming doors and he's going to sit down and trade your money, you're going to tell Ralph to go home because he's not about to blow your account because he's having a bad day. He's emotional. So what they've done is that they've actually coded certain algorithms into the market, allowing these high frequency trading bots to trade for them. And more times than not, the high frequency trading bots are profitable, right? This allows the human error to be removed. It allows those millionaires and billionaires to have a consistent growth within their money in the markets. without all of the stress of saying that somebody may have made a mistake or human error has creeped in or someone, didn't do the right analyzation on a certain market. They're trading this in every market, guys. You can research this, Google it, go on YouTube, whatever you want to. It happens. It's been happening. If I'm not mistaken, it may be more than 70% now. It's literally everywhere. And I'm going to show you why this is such a big deal, because when I show you these charts, you're going to say, so the algorithms are triggering every time in these areas, over and over and over in these areas. This is going to be game changer for a lot of you guys. All right. So 50% 618 in a trending market is what we're looking for, because the market conditions are now primed for the algorithms to trigger within here, because we just talked about, when I showed you guys that slide about the strength of a trend, right? 50% is what? A normal trend, right? This is where we start to see that retracement drop into this area, pushing higher. And this is all about recognizing a trending market, right? The market conditions have to be primed so we understand what areas we're looking for. Now, in a consolidating market, these are the areas we're looking for the algorithms to trigger here. These are considered our potential supply and demand zones. If you're having issues as a new trader drawing out supply and demand, you're like, man, Kurt, I'm having problems, man. I hear people talk about supply and demand. Isn't that the same as support and resistance? It's all the same thing, right? They're just using bigger words because they want to look smart. No, it's very different. It's very different. Supply and demand is basically when you understand that there are orders in the market that are being filled over and over. Every time you look at a candle, I don't care what time frame you're looking at, all you're looking at are orders being filled on that chart. The bank has one job, fill orders. That's it. Okay. If we understand that these orders have trigger points all over the place, they're just hiding in the ether, but we know where they are based off of what the algorithms have already told us. So what I want to do is show you how this looks on the chart. Now, what I want to do first and foremost is I want to set the tone on how we're going to do this. I'm going to go to Bitcoin in 2018, right? When nobody made any money, right? Everybody was mad. 2018 popped up and it was like, oh my gosh, I'm losing all my Bitcoin. This thing is dropping, right? We made our peak at 19,000, right? If you tuned into my sessions in 2018, you'd be sitting in a real nice Maserati or something of your choice right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep it Gucci with you. So let's do this, right? Let's go ahead and draw this out and I'll show you what I mean. And this is the peak, right? 19K, Bitcoin almost hit 20,000. All of a sudden we started dropping lower. And listen, this information I'm showing you goes much deeper than what I'm about to share with you. We can go down the rabbit hole. On my session, I talk to you guys about the macroeconomics of this, the microeconomics of this, where you understand that there's a lot of big money movers that want to get their nails into this. They want to get their claws deep into crypto so that they can have a much stronger positions and a much bigger influence on price. This information that I'm showing to you puts you ahead of the curve, because you know what their algorithms are doing, because they have to trade with the algorithm. They're not going to sit down and do this themselves. So here's the deal. I'm going to simply take my fib tool. I'm going to go from high point down to low point right here. And I'm going to tell you why this area here made sense and then why it doesn't make sense in the future, right? So all I want to do is find my swing high down to my swing low, right? Price is dropping down lower. It's this area, pulls back up. After we make a push back up higher, where does price stop at? 50%, drops down lower. Comes back up and retests where? 618, drops back lower. So all I'm going to do is just box this on up like Chinese takeout, like my boy Oren always says. I had to steal that line from him. It was too funny. So look at this. Boom. Right? All we do is from high point to low point. Right? That's awesome. That's great. What if we'd have taken this high, right, down to this low? Because guess what happened? Price had came down, and notice how these candles here have already closed lower than these. And here's the thing I have to really stress, because some new people are like, no, Kurt, that's not the lowest point, because look at this. It's longer. Do not be seduced. Let me make this larger because I want to make sure I'm really hitting this home. Do not be seduced by wicks, guys, right? You too, ladies, all right? I know this wick looks good. It's like Idris Elba just walked into the club, and then you like, oh, girl, it's Idris. Yes, it's him. No. This is not what you're looking for. This is not the lowest point. Price has come down to test, pulled back up, and it closed up here, right? These candles have come down. Notice where the crosshair is. If we look over, they have closed lower than everything over here. So now we have a lower low here. Price has dropped even lower here. So now I would use this wick right here, and that would be my, get that just right, my high point to my low point, right? Left to right. Now that we've done that, guess what price has done here? We can reevaluate it, just clean it up. And I want to show you guys, even if you're not a pro at this and you're like, oh man, Kurt, I'm still new, I keep making mistakes. I don't know how to draw. Listen, you pick your high, you pick your low, right? But just look for where candles are closing, not where the wicks are, right? Candles close lower here, price goes up 50%, 618. Say what? Who would have thunk it? How convenient is that? Okay, let's just keep this going and let's see what happens now. Wait a minute. Price did what? Made a lower low here. So let's just reevaluate. High point, down the low point here. Take this over. What is price done? 50%, 618. We got a little bit of a push up and price turns right around a little bit. Fake out, breakout, and then drops right back down again. Wow, how convenient. That is awesome. Who would have thunk all of that would have, wait a minute. I wonder if we could do that again if I find this high point here, all the way down to this low point down here, and I just box this up. 50%, 618 zone here. Wow, we just box it up, right? Nothing hard about it. Double top, drop off. Say what? Wait, so it happened 2 times in a row in 2018? Who would have thought that? That's wild. That's, wait a minute. So we got another high to another low. I wonder what it looks like if we go again. All right, high point, down the low point here, right? Because we got our lowest point here. Right, all I'm doing is going from left to right. That's it. Nothing hard, nothing crazy. All right, anybody got a wrist? You can pull this off. I'm telling you, it's possible. All right, 50%, 618, going straight across here. Would somebody look at this? Will somebody look at this? They ain't gonna chart drinking out the boat. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep bringing the jokes, guys. I know it's corny, but I'm doing it anyway. So here's the thing. As we continue to see the market dropping lower and lower, and all we're doing is finding our last high to our last low. And then notice where the reason why I'm looking at it this way is because when price makes that pull back up, right? I'm waiting to see my 236 zone be broken, and all of a sudden I can draw my area. I'm patiently waiting for the market to come to me. I'm not chasing anything. I'm not stressing out about anything. And here's the thing, when you trade like this and you see what I'm showing you right now with this level, with these methods and these levels, you don't have to change up what you're doing. You could just layer this on top of what you already have, right? I'll tell everybody it's like Frank's house sauce. You can put this stuff on anything. So you get to a place, I see Andre licking his chops like, man, let me loose. I need to go to a chart right now. All right, so here we go. Let's find another one, right? We have another high point going all the way down to a low. Okay, wait a minute. I want to find out where these big moves are. Because we can do the small moves too, but we got a certain amount of time we're working with. So I want to make sure I'm showing you guys all the information I can right where it counts. All right, 50%, 618 zone. Right through here. Box that up. Well, somebody, come on now. Come on now, Bitcoin. Not 2018 when everybody said there was no money to be made. Why is everybody still trading crypto, right? Wait a minute. High point, low point again. No way is it going to keep doing this stuff, right? What is this, 3 times in a row? Are you guys serious right now? I can't make this stuff up, so I figure it's better if I just show you. Maybe you'll believe me if I show you, because if I tell you, it sounds too fanciful, right? It's like, oh, nothing's that easy, Kurt. You're right, it's not. It requires, studying. It requires discipline. It requires patience. So you're right, because we're still on the 4-hour chart, but what is this, once, twice, thrice, 4, 5 times, right? Come on now. You say I can't always count on you, Dre, to turn it up. So here we go. Let's do this over here. We get our last move here. Oh my goodness. No way. No way am I going to do it one more time when it started to consolidate before we had the big drop off. Because that would be crazy if we were still able to find a high point going down. That's where is our lowest point, right over here at this level here. And price has literally bounced. I mean, I could find any one of them. I could use this level, but let's just use this one for argument's sake, since price is already moving from here. 50%, 618. Wow. How many sales were you looking for, right? Even this wick that pushed up for the last test. And then after that, we dropped down and price tanked. How many opportunities did you need? It's like that guy who was praying, right? And he was like, God, please send me some help. Please, I'm going to drown if nobody comes to save me. And all of a sudden, right, a cruise ship comes by. No, thank you. God's going to save me. Okay. All right. Then a fisherman comes by. Here, take my life. Take the life preserver. I'll pull you on board. No, God's going to save me. Right. And all of a sudden, a log comes floating by. No, get this log out of here. I'm waiting for God. And the guy drowns. He goes to heaven. What were you waiting on? I sent you everything you were asking for. Sale. Big payday. Big bada boom. Right. Okay, that looks good and great, Kurt. Awesome. You flexed on us a little bit. You showed us all the stuff that Bitcoin's been doing with fibs. Maybe that was just a one-time deal, right? Maybe that's just for Bitcoin and it only does it for that. But you haven't shown me anything in a consolidating market. Okay, well, let's try down here after the big drop off, right? Because this is Bitcoin. This is the scariest thing in the world, right? Don't trade Bitcoin, which is what your parents told you before they put you to bed. So we got our low point to our high point here, guys. Remember when I said in a consolidating market, this is what we're going to do, but I'm going to show you how you find a consolidating market. Ooh, that sounds like fun. You can get ahead of the curve and know where the consolidation market is starting to form. So all I want to do is go from low point to high point. What did price done? It came down and broke my 236. Okay, game time. What am I marking up first, guys? 50%, 618 zone. Remember I said what the rule is, from low to high, we're looking for a buy. So as the price drops down 50%, 618, ooh, somebody could have made money. What? Right? But let's just be safe about it, right? Because this is our first line of defense for the buyers. Where's our last line of defense? Where's our secondary defense, right? Some of my fellas, right? We talk about football. That blue zone there, that 50%, 618, this is your linebacker right here, right? This is what catches that running back trying to run up the middle. But if that running back gets past that linebacker, what's the last line of defense after the linebacker? Your DBs, baby. This is your free safety right here, ready to take that bad boy out the game. But if something breaks this, now we know, right? We've been scored on. We got to switch up the game plan now. So I'm going to walk you guys through and you can see it for yourself. So now here's the part where I start to really put you guys on notice. So some of my traders that are a little more experienced, this is going to start to put a whole lot of light bulbs in place for you. So bear with me because I'm going to explain this very slowly and methodically. And I want you to keep that thought process in mind as I go forward. Now, all I've done is went from swing low, right, to swing high. Let me fix this just a little bit. All right, I don't want to give it any kind of miscued moves here. From swing low to swing high. With this movement, price has dropped down. We have a buy position here at 50%, a buy position here at 618. When I show you guys this A35 level here, this is not any kind of structure point. This is strictly for stop loss purposes, right? For these two positions here, right? And when I risk my trades, when I'm talking about these movements, I'm only putting 1% of my account at risk, right? 2% at most. So 1% with this level as a stop loss. 1% with this level as a stop loss. If you have issues finding what 1% of your account is, I'll go over that before we get off. I'm gonna give you the full sauce, top to bottom. There's gonna be no excuses. Next time I see you, you better have a mink on with a whole different kind of hat. I'm talking about you better have on a whole pair of platform heels with the goldfish in them. You better be making all kind of money. All right, no excuses. I'm giving you top to bottom what it does, how you work this nonstop. Now, I told you, the people who didn't make it to this call, they're gonna be kicking themselves. Now, from here, we have our area where the buyers have shown up because we're looking at potential trending market, right? Price has pulled down. Let's play it out. Here's the funny part, guys. Just how I did this whole setup from low to high, we found out what the buyers are doing, and we're in profit. I'm going to show you, don't tell nobody. I'm going to show you how to remove the bias in your own head. Yeah, you're going to see what the sellers are going to do because now you're going to play devil's advocate against your own trade. Because what happens is when you enter this buy and it goes in profit, guess what happens? Serotonin, dopamine get released in your brain. The moment that happens, your cognitive biases start to kick in for one, not the sell, not the buy position I just took, right? Not the buy position I know and love. All of a sudden your trade turns into Jesus, right? You just, oh, my love, we some buy position. Yes, Lordy, Lord. We're not Holy Ghost trading over here. Okay, this ain't how this works. I'm going to show you how to work this because what happens, like I said, that serotonin kicks in, that dopamine starts to run. Now all of a sudden you're wired to extend moments of pleasure. Your whole thought process slows down because you're not looking at what the opposition's looking at. So just how you took this buy, we're going to do the same thing in reverse, right? We went from low to high. We found our sweet spot zone. We found our area of potential demand. Now we're going to go from high to low. Ooh. And now after price hits this low and it pulls up, where's the first place the sellers can show up, right? 50%, 618. I wonder what they did. Come on. Really? So you're telling me I made money buying here and I made money selling here. I rode this thing like a golf cart in the parking lot hitting donuts. Back and forth. Oh, because you knew something everybody else didn't know. You knew where the algorithms were triggering. Oh, what? You know what the banks are planning to do before the banks get to do? What? No. Yeah. Okay, so now let's have some fun with it. Last line of defense here as well. If we know the sellers are showing up here and they broke, where's the last place we can look to see the sellers start to turn? Oh, 786, 886. Oh my gosh. This is the part where we've removed the bias, because if you took this buy, guess who should be taking partial profits at? Guess who should be closing the majority of your trade at? Because you know the algorithms are waiting to trigger right there. If you know what the opposition is waiting to do, you don't have to guess. You don't have to negotiate with yourself. You're not sitting here doing this whole inner conversation about, oh my God, every time I do this, the market does that. No, that's done. We're not doing that no more. All right. We get to see level after level after level. And the thing is, guys, when I show you these levels, we're buying here, right? Getting in here, getting out here, taking partial profits. If you took this sale and price drops down, I can go to an hourly chart and I could blow your mind inside of this one little zone. Like literally just, if I got rid of this fib right now and just drew a small one, because on the hourly, it would look something like this from low point here to high point here. Let me just get that there. And if I was looking for a buy opportunity on a lower time frame, you already see it, but I'm gonna put it in there anyway. 50% 618, right? Boom. Price hit this area, bounce back up. Wow, you made money inside of the move. If I was looking where I need to get out of here, okay, let's just do that again, right? High point here, down to low point here, where the seller's gonna show up at. You see it, but I'm gonna put it in front of you anyway. This is what I'm showing you, where whenever you're looking at those higher time frames, because it don't make sense unless I show you. This is the part where you're like, oh, that's not fair. That's just flat out not fair. We went through level after level after level. All I've done is drawn a fit. Have I shown you any indicators yet? Have we gone through any RSI, stochastic, anything like that? Nothing like that at all. This is straightforward stuff. You can sit down with somebody in a coffee shop, show them these levels. If they walk away from you and say, no, that's a mental situation I need to go get checked out about. You just show them something that they can do in minutes and look at the zones and find the levels over and over. Oh, and when I go to the Forex chart, you're really going to be mad. Really going to be mad. Like, oh, he shouldn't have did this. This is a problem. So even with the little levels inside of the levels, we're already looking at all these zones. When I tell you that we can find where the consolidation is going to be broken, the moment something closes on the other side of this level here, guess what happens? We're trending again. So now after we're trending, 50% 618 zones become more profitable. But if we're moving sideways, listen, this is what you're looking for right here. And I'm gonna give you guys one more of my slides that I share with my team all the time. Let me move this over for a second and see if it's in here. Here you go. I got it, like a lot of screens going at once. I'm trying to find all my stuff right here. This is what you guys need to remember. When you are trading, right, all the big money is at the tops and at the bottoms. I teach my team, don't diddle in the middle. Okay, there's nothing wrong with this, but there's not a majority of money, because if we flip this on the side, this is what it looks like. Yeah, now you can see all the big orders are at the cheap prices and expensive, because right here it's cheap. Let's buy it up, right? Over here it's too expensive. Let's take profit. Let's sell it, right? So we have supply and we have demand, right? The current price, don't diddle in the middle, right? But this is the thing, you only get small amounts of activity on the edges, which is requiring patience, letting the market come to you. Of course, it's going to be high activity here because everybody's impatient and they can't wait for the price to get to these areas. So they just keep participating, and all of a sudden they get chopped up. A lot of times that happens in these kind of movements. So now that we see what we're looking for, right, we have our area of demand down here. We have our area of supply up here. So what we're looking for up here, sales, buys, right? I'm gonna remove this for a second so you guys can see how this is gonna look. So all I'm gonna do is just start moving this sideways, and I want you guys to stay with me. This is Bitcoin, mind you. Price is in the movement. Oh, buy it up, right? Looking good. What is price? Ooh, okay, let's go. Price is running. Okay, wait a minute, we're getting hype in this area. Oh, sell it. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Price drops down, pulls back higher. But here's the thing, guys. When price made that move from low to high, even if you were tempted, right, just to see how this movement played out, from swing low to swing high, 50% 618, right? For the buyers, I wonder what it would have looked like. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Will somebody look at this? Tell me somebody is seeing this. And then price did what? Came back up to our area. Here's the deal. Here's how you can know ahead of time what you're looking for. The more time we spend at an area of supply or an area of demand, the area becomes weaker. Think about it as the longer we stay here, it's like little hammers just chipping away at it, right? over and over and over. And listen, the market didn't break and make this candle until what we closed on the other side of the zone. I cannot make this stuff up. I can show you example after example. Now you guys are probably saying, okay, Kurt, cool. You went back in all this old stuff. Show me some real life right now price action. Because if it worked like that back then, it ain't making me no money now. I can go through these examples. I can go through these examples, but I'm gonna get you together up here. I can go through these examples as well. But now I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it Gucci with you and start. Let's just work with all of this, what we got, right? The ugly mess, right? It's no way you can make sense out of this, Kurt, because this was just random noise. Okay. So let's have some fun, right? Let's go ahead and go down. Let's get surgical. Let's really do it, right? Let's go down to the lower time frame, like the hourly, right? Where all the movement is, right? Let's go back here and let's box all of this up, right? All I'm gonna do is go from this high point down to this low point here, right? Because this is our lowest point. These candles close lower than everything to the left, okay? And I'm gonna do is just take my areas, just gonna box this up. 7A6, 8A6. Straightforward stuff. Price is consolidating until something breaks this. I won't be looking forward to any strong buy momentum, right? I want to see buyers tear through this zone. Okay, so now let me also get my area down here. Let me get my potential area of demand together. Swing low, swing high, got my highest point. Yep, price starts to pull back down, broke my 236. Okay, so now we got action. All right, same thing here. Boom, this area here, ready to roll, right? Also, if you wanted to look at this area here for a potential buy, because I don't want you guys to think I'm just like missing out on setups, this is what it looked like. All right, you got in there, price bounced up slightly, turned around, retested for a while, and then we finally, let me scoot over so you guys can see all of it, broke below. And notice how long it took for price to finally break down from this area, guys. This is what I'm telling you, when you have opportunity. Listen, you can take profit here, 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 over and over and over, but it finally just couldn't do anything else and finally came back, retested, and broke below. So when I tell you this stuff is nonstop and the algorithms kept trying to trigger and trigger and trigger until they couldn't trigger any longer, then they broke down and came down and did what? Tested our area of demand. Oh my God. Come on. Come on. This is recent. This is not something that was way back when, right? This is what's going on lately, right? Price hit the zone, bounce back up. Okay, seller should be here, right? We got a little bit of a breakout, push back down. Come on, guys. Price broke right back down into our zone. Down here again where the buyers live. Come on, man. I cannot make this stuff up. This is Bitcoin. Dre like, bro, I'm mad. I just seen you in Dallas and you didn't tell me this. So when I'm telling you this stuff works and it's consistent. Now, here's the thing. Where could you have looking to take potential profit on this move, right? Just argument's sake, right? Let's just find this high point down to this low point here, right? Where's the lowest candle? Right around there, right? 50% 618 is where we should have been taking profit because we knew that the algorithms was going to potentially trigger for the subs. We went from high to low. How low can we go, right? 50% 618. I'm looking to get my money right up in here, right? What did price do inside this area? Come. Okay. She said, I told y'all he was fire. So I feel like Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes said, your butt on fire. So when you see this, this is what I talk about when I say trading shouldn't be a difficult habit. It shouldn't be a difficult journey for you. It just requires that you become much more patient. You become much more coachable. You become much more understanding that the market has ebbs and flows. And sometimes you're going to lose trades. Sometimes good setups lose. And that's the thing people hate to hear. Wait, I can do everything right now. I can lose. Yeah. The market's going to do what it wants to do. And you have to make peace with that. You're not here to hit home runs over and over. You're here to find profitable zones, get on base, and get out. That's it. Profitable zones, get on base, and get out. Over and over and over again. This allows you to do that. And the thing is, you're not even having to think about this stuff. It's already coded in. You just got to layer the fibs on the lows, the highs, the lows, and it's telling you the area to take profit. So you don't have to sit there and scratch your head and say, is this a good spot? I don't know. I don't know if it's a good spot. The levels are there. Just draw it out, guys. Be patient. Take the levels. Now, when price broke down and hit this level here, here's the part where I got to flex a little bit, right? There's one of the tools that I like to talk about in my sessions. I just did a full like breakdown of how to use this tool right here. I usually use a Fibonacci extension tool when I'm looking to find my areas to take profit. So from high point to low point, back up to high. I'll go a lot deeper in this in another class, another lesson. If Dre wants me to come back, we can go deeper on the extension tool. Today is strictly on the retracement, but it's just a little, glimpse into what I look at when I'm looking at zones. So if I see price dropping down, this is the level that I want to see price hit for my take profit after a lower low is made, right? So when price broke lower than this level here, this is the zone I want to see price hit. So I can figure, okay, this is the area I should be looking to get out of here at, right? Price dropped down, that was my take profit right there. Price literally came below this area, tested on it for a little while, finally closed on the other side of it, boom, took off to the upside all over again. When this happened, here's the part where it gets even funnier. I'm going to erase all of this because I caught the sale. I didn't catch the buy. So I'm going to be transparent. I was still talking to the team about, oh, man, we made good moves. This is lovely. I'm loving it. It lined up like we wanted it to, hit our zones perfectly. We had a little bit of overshoot, but it's all good. Price turns around, corrected, jump back up again. If I go back to the 4 hour, right? Let me refresh. This is the part when price hit this level and pulled back up. If I took my last swing high to my last swing low, I'm just going to put it in front of you so you know this is what it looks like over and over and over from this high point to this low point here. 786, 886 zone. The sellers live here. We look left. There is nothing but that big sell momentum here. If I went up even to this level here, guys, this is what it looks like. 50% 618 zone. The sellers are pushing you back down. If I go up even higher to the next level, guys, 50% zone. The sellers are telling you to get out of the trade. Either way it went, you knew where you should have been exited. If you were anywhere involved with this buy, there was no negotiation on where you needed to be taking profit. None whatsoever. You could have made a mistake and made money with this method over and over and over. Now, here's the thing. I've shown you guys on the 4 hour. I've shown you on the hourly. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you a little taste of the remix real quick. I'm going to erase everything off of here and I'm going to go to the weekly, and I'm really about to make you mad at me now. It works on every time frame. This is the part where this is where I do a lot of my damage when I can tell you what's going to happen months ahead of time. High point to low point on the weekly. From high to low, how low can we go? 50% 618 is all I'm looking for the set. No, they did not. No, they did not. On the weekly. Are you serious? On the week. Look at what the candles did. Wick, drop off. Wow. I wonder if we would have known where the buyers were going to show up. We did know where the buyers were going to show up because from low point, right, to high point, notice where I'm dropping is because this candle closed higher than everything else. So from low point to high point, 50% 618 for the buyers. Come on, y'all. Tell me somebody is seeing this on the weekly time frame. I already knew where the buyers were going to show up, guys. We had already called this. If you do not believe me, here's my Telegram. That dude is handsome. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to show you something. Let's go all the way back into time, like Backstreet used to tell you, right? I ain't going to do the old song. Nah, baby, nah. But wait a minute. This is July the 2nd. Are you serious? July the 2nd. We were already calling this stuff out, guys. This is the area we were selling at. I told everybody the buyers were going to show up here at around 8,500 down to 72. This was all buy territory. We had already marked all this stuff up months before this happened. So I'm telling you, people that were in my session, we were rolling to the bank the whole way through this. Sale after sale after sale after sale. It was lined up. It was lined up, guys. It was innocent. Listen, I'm just showing you all the levels I've been showing you. Everybody here has had opportunities. Take the sale, take the sale. Price broke the trend line. Take the sale, take the sale, take the sale. Over and over and over, guys. Look at this levels, right? We saw buyers show up here. What is it? Take the sale here. What did price do? Dropped off. I mean, literally it was, hey, we're looking to take sales. If you haven't gotten in, get involved with the sale. Very next screenshot, hey, I hope you made money on the sale. Okay? This is what we do here. This is what the company's all about. Bringing this kind of value to people who are new to the game, haven't yet had the proper introduction, and we're going to give you that real full-fledged initiation in what you're looking for, the cheat codes behind the scenes, what the banks are doing, nonstop value, Listen, the price you pay to get in here is a joke. It's an absolute joke. I got people, oh man, that's $200. And I catch them on a screenshot at Benihana. I'm like, okay. That $200 could have made you 20,000, right? 200,000. But it just requires the mindset, it has to be there, guys. So I laugh at people sometimes. I'm telling them this and I'm showing them what I'm showing you. And they look me in my face and say, yeah, I just don't see myself doing that. And I'm like, oh, okay. I've gone through these charts and showed you one tool. I haven't even flexed and given you the full sauce of how you can gauge the zones, how you can find the areas and start to line all of this stuff up. All right. Oh, you want me to go to the harmonic scanner real quick? You want me to just pull a little bit of the flex on there? All right, we can do that. Now, like I said, this is on the weekly, right? If I go down to the 4 hour again, this is how powerful this was, because now, even inside of this zone, we knew to look for nothing but sales. This was straight sell energy in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just show you what it looked like, so that way you won't think I'm just making it up, being goofy about it. Listen, I'm gonna go real fast, and we will go to the scanner. High point, low point, 786, 886 zone, right? Last line of defense. I'm just gonna drop that there. You see it. Boom. What did price do? Dropped off. Wow. That was fun. Okay. From here, let's go from this low here, or from this high point to this low here. 786, 886 zone. Let's just move that down right quick. What did price do? Wow. And then what happened? Drop off. Okay, that was fun. Let's just try it again. Let's just do it all over again. All right. There to there. Let's just fix the fib. So boom, all right? High point, low point. Let's fix this one. 786, 886 zone. Price couldn't even come back up before it dropped off, but guess where it tested before it did quit? Anybody want to take a wild guess? From high to low, how low can we go? 50% 618 zone. Drop off. Drop off. So we knew this was nothing but sell energy because the higher time frames gave us a warning. And as price dropped down, we knew this was nothing but buy energy because the higher time frames gave us the warning. Okay, straightforward stuff. Now let me go ahead and go to the scanner real quick, and I think this will make a little more sense for you guys. Let's just put it together on, I don't know, I'm gonna just random one. Let's go, I don't know, GBP NZD. Okay, let's go back up there. Boom. Now this is the deal. Scanner gave you this trade right at that level. That is glorious. But what I want to do is I want to look left. I want to get all the info, right? Okay, now we cooking, right? Price had a low point here, pushed up here to a high point, and all of a sudden it made a move back down into this area. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show, oh man, that is nasty. I like this right here. Moves like this are really powerful. I'll get into that in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and take my fib tool. I'm just gonna show you what I look for. A lot of times I wanna find absolute lows, absolute highs in the market, okie dokie, and 50% 618 zones like this. I like to box those up. And then I want to see how price is going to react to these kind of zones. Let me just scoot this over a little bit further. You can see here, price didn't even come all the way down to my 50% 618 zone, guys. And this is the thing. A lot of people sometimes, they get stopped out with these trades. Price can actually bounce, pull up higher, test these levels, and then still come back lower to retest these zones. So now you're getting what the scanner's giving you on top. If it moves back down to this level, you have a much stronger area to still take another buy opportunity. This is the power of putting fibs on top of what we have here, right? And everything I'm showing you is already coded into the market, right? It's already coded in here. If I looked at this level from this high down to this low here, and I'm looking at the last line of defense, let me grab my horizontal line tool. There we go. Just gonna make this a little darker and make sure it stands out so you guys can see it. So 786, 886 potential areas of supply right here, right? Wow. Wow. We had already known potentially where our areas where the sellers were looking to show up, right? We hit this area, a little bit of a rejection, right? Let me fix that just enough. A little bit of a rejection, price pushes down, breaks into the zone, consolidates slightly, retest, finally breaks out of the zone. And lo and behold, we stop from high to low where all the sellers are coded into the market, right? So even if TP3 is here, you know there's a lot of sell pressure at this zone. I want to be careful. Algorithms like to trigger in this zone. I want to be careful. Let's just go to, let's see, the Euro CAD. What's going on right now with this one? This one is actively right now. I was looking at this earlier, right? So same thing, right? Price is coming down to a 382 zone. All right, let's see how it reacts to it. If we break lower from this area, I'm still looking at this zone right here as an area I want to pay attention to. And here's the fun part with this kind of information. Let me get out of there right quick. When we have these zones, look left. There is a lot of buying pressure that broke through this zone. When I tell you these kind of moves right here, where you have like a rally, base, rally, I'm going to share something with you. And that way you can't say that you didn't get that extra sauce before you left here today. Right here is one of my screenshots I like to teach with my team. This right here shows you where you can find supply and demand zones within the move. So when I'm drawing my fib, but I'm going from low to high, high to low, when I look left, right, the moment I find my sweet spot zone, 50% 618, when I look left, I can't wait to find one of these. I'm so amped up, like, whoo, it left me a drop base drop. It left me a rally base rally to work with. Because now DVDs, right, not the ones we use, we watching the movie, it's a different DVD. I got folks in the hood, got that Ebonics. So when you have a DVD, right, are bearish formations created by a pause in a directional movement down, meaning the market's moving fast, a small pause, and then it left fast. This is the thing you have to realize. We're dealing with a $6.6 trillion a day industry, guys. When there are big candles like this leaving zones, this is a sign that somebody was in a hurry, right? When movements like this happen, this is a sign that everybody didn't get a chance to get their order filled here. And if you know anything about big money is patient. Big money will wait. So if I know the market left here fast, somebody has an order waiting here to get filled. When price comes back, we're going to fill that sell order and get another push down. Typically when this happens, this is only good for maybe 1 or 2 retests before this area is completely broken. There are no more orders left here, and we can expect a breakout after that. So these are really quick strike zones that you have to be noticing. You have to be really noticing it. No, well, not noticing. You have to be really, really knowledgeable about and have to wait to will those areas be retested. Same thing here. When the market makes a big move up, slows down slightly, and then boom, big move leaving, creates an area of demand. Buyers live here, sellers live here. So when I'm on a chart and I see movement like this where price is moving up, slowing down, and then breaks back out again, I know that there's buyers left here. When price comes back to this zone, we can expect to see a bounce from here and another push back higher. This is just how it goes over and over and over. I can go back here and find different levels in the market where it's happened nonstop. Let me see. This is a little more jumbled up, right? Notice how price dropped here, paused for a second, and then dropped again. I'm going to go ahead and just drop it real quickly here. I'm going to go look at a different pattern. Boxing this up right here. Just this little zone. When price returns to this area, we can expect sell momentum. All right, price hits that zone. There it is. Right? You seen it? Price hit that zone once, twice, 3 times. We get a big drop off. Sellers live there. We fill those last few orders, and all of a sudden, when we get back here, it becomes invalidated. And now, here's the thing. If all the sell orders here have finally got filled, once all those sell orders are filled and price is broken out, what orders are left here? Right? If there's no sell orders, it's only what? Buy orders. So now price came back, retested, took off to the upside, and now we're back in the zone all over again, testing over and over, and we finally broken out. We're coming back down again. Be patient. Let these areas play out. And it's funny because it literally kept moving sideways. But here's the deal. Once these areas are invalidated like this, it becomes useless because now all those orders have been filled. So now we're going to use the structure from the low to the high. We created a new zone here. Just play it out and let it happen. Let me go to another pattern. I love Gartley patterns. So I want to check one of these out real quick for you guys. Man, this is, oh my goodness. This trade would have been stopped out and it boomed it back into profit. I'm just going to go ahead and show you in person because that way maybe you'll believe me if I show it to you. Swing low. All right. Swing high. Right about there. 50%, 618 zone where the buyers live. Right about there. There it is. I'm just saying. So even with the scanner giving you a very profitable setup, put the other layers of information on top of it. And now even in a trade where most people may have been stopped out from the scanner, you made money on this. This is wick entry takeoff, right? And the same thing I talked to you guys about before, when I'm looking to get out of some of these positions, all right, I'm using my Fibonacci extension tool from low to high, back to low. And I'm going to get out at the 127 as my area to take profit. Oh my goodness, this thing just went crazy on me. Let's see. Sheesh. Drop that there. I'll fix this 1 second. There we go. Bring that down. And I'm going to go ahead and just adjust because I don't think it has on here. Nope. 127, 141, and 1618. I'm good with those. You can get rid of that. Get rid of that. I like to kind of keep mine a little cleaner. I don't like all the extra noise on mine. So I get rid of all the stuff that I'm not using. We can keep that one there. Make those a little thicker. And get rid of that background. Booyah. 127 is the area I'm looking to take my profit at. So right there, boom. That's all I'm looking for, guys. Simple, straightforward stuff. Price is already coming to this area, acting like it wants to turn around a little bit. We can be patient, but for me, horseshoes is good enough for me. Like if I start seeing this kind of movement, I've got my entry from here. Guys, listen, this movement was a wick entry from here all the way up to this point here. Come on now. Come on now. Tell me that's not a good position for you. That's what, almost 50 pips, right? Or what time frame is this? On a 15-minute, right? Come on now. I haven't even I've been doing also on lower time frame stuff. When I go to these 4 hours, these 4-hour charts, it's over, right? Look at this stuff. This movement here, this trade would have lost, right? Okay, you guys are seeing it, but let me do it anyway, because maybe it makes more sense if I show you in person, right? We have our low point to our high point here. 50% 618 is where I'm looking to get in for the buy, right? Right around here. Draw that out for you. Boom. Price hasn't even come down and stopped at the 382. This area, this price area right here may actually finish dropping back lower and retest this zone. I have not been activated yet in this movement. All I've done is found the low point to the high point, and I'm just waiting to see how price reacts to this area. That's it. That's all, guys. Patience. Patience. Even here with this level here, when price broke below our 236, remember I told you, if price comes above and makes a higher high, what can we do? Market execution. Don't get upset because price didn't come down and hit your level. And all we got to do is look left, right? What did price do here? At this zone, there was a lot of buyer momentum here. I can just put a line right here. Listen, this wick, this big candle shooting up here, that created buyer momentum. We just got an early entry because the market moved earlier than we expected at our level, right? The signs are everywhere. Don't kick yourself about it. Be happy that you know that there's buyers here. So now if price does come back, we can expect to see maybe a little bit more of a deeper retracement, push back higher again, and it just keeps going, guys. But don't get down on yourself if you see a setup come and go. Just let it do what it needs to do. Same thing here with a Gartley. Listen, Gartleys are probably one of my favorite patterns, period. Period. You don't need to do a lot with Gartleys. All the structure you need is wrapped within the Gartley pattern. And I'm going to go through it for you and show you what I'm talking about. From low point, come on. Let me get rid of that and drop it again. Sometimes I hate when it's kind of like you click it, it does its own thing. There we go. From low point to high point, right? I'm going to go ahead and just box this up. 786 right there. And 886 right here. Okay. And now let me go ahead and devil's advocate up this other, because I could have went first. Actually, you know what? Let's do it all. Let's go through the whole thing. From low. Come on. To high. Oh my goodness, this one here's got to go. And let's get that situated. There we go. All right. Remember I told you from low to high, 786, 886. If we were looking for a buy opportunity, where we've gotten in on this one, 50% 618. Boom. Buyer showed up, push price higher. Notice how the Gartley's moving in conjunction with everything we've already talked about, right? This is why this spot's one of my favorites because it's just so easy. High point, down the low point here. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and box up 786, 886. Gartley patterns, baby. You got to love them. Same thing here. If I was looking at an area where the sellers wanted to show up from here to here, 50% 618 zone. All right. We had a little bit of a stutter step inside of that zone, broke out, retested, dropped off. Everything I've talked to you guys about, Gartleys are so beautiful because it's already coded in. Area of demand, area of supply, price hits the zone, breaks down, hits this area, game time. Game time, take off to the upside. Right up in here was the area where you could have potentially looked to take profit on this trade. It broke out and did what? Made a higher high, guys. That's a big deal because now we're looking at price pull back down into an area of structure. Just how that market did what it did already is giving us a heads up of what it wants to do next. So now from this low to this high, when price comes back down to 50% 618, we're looking to find a buy opportunity right here. And lo and behold, when I look for those areas, when I told you guys, the moment I draw my fear from low to high, I find my sweet spot zone, I look left. What is this? Rally, base, rally. Area of demand sitting right on top of the zone. So we want price to pull back down, give us an entry right around this 618 zone, and then what? Boom, back up again. This is straightforward stuff. And look at the confidence you're going to have when you look at a chart and just say, dude, the market's communicating and I understand the language now. I'm not confused. I'm looking at this stuff and I'm deciphering the words. I'm turning these charts into English. I'm looking right at it saying, buyers live here. This is a big candle. And it showed me that rally, base rally. It moved into an area fast, slowed down, left an area fast. This stuff is right in front of you. It's literally right in front of you. And like I said, a lot of times, most people just haven't been taught how to win yet. It's not that you don't, you're doing something wrong. It's just little information like this goes a very long way in layering on top of things like fibs and trend lines and understanding structure points. This stuff is ridiculously powerful, but we may get that retest, like I said, bounce, push back up again, off to the races, all right? Over and over and over, over and over and over. Patience pays, but allowing the market to come to you, okay? And like I said, guys, if you want more of this information, and I don't even teach on a harmonic scanner. I just showed this to my squad because they asked me, like, how can we use fibs with the harmonic? I was like, y'all ready? Y'all sure? And when I showed them, they got hooked. They were like, dude, like, I'm hooked. You can't show me nothing else no more. With Bitcoin, I'm good. Crypto, I'm mastering now. Harmonic scanners give me more confidence in my Forex trading. But I mean, I'm going to show you guys one of my trades that I took this year that I was screaming to my team about all year. I marked this up on a weekly chart in August of 2018. Okay. I saw what was going on. I said from swing low to swing high, it bounced down to a 50% 618. And I said, ooh, don't do that on a weekly. It bounced and it kept making higher low and higher low and higher low. And I thought to myself, I'm just gonna keep buying this thing up and see what happens. I mean, let's just finally trade a weekly and see what happens. And I told my team, when price hits this area up here, let me remove some of these fibs. I got a lot of stuff on here right now. A lot of stuff. I've been going through this chart, showing people over and over. These zones are everywhere. All right. I talked about this one too. Yeah. So get rid of that. So yeah, I was going through this stuff with my team. I told them when price comes up into this zone, we're going to expect to see a reversal because this is the area for the Gartley to complete anywhere with up in here. If something breaks out of this gray box, we've already moved up into the zone. I want to see how it reacts from here. I want to see if we start breaking trend line structure, pushing lower. That's what I'm looking for, right? So lo and behold, when I took the fib from the high point down to the low point here, it pushed up into this area. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's no way it's going to do what I think it's going to do, right? 50% 618 zone, hit that area, started turning around and dropping off. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is pretty cool. Let me make sure I'm not, gaining a bias on this thing. So when we got into the gray area, this is the part where I was mad because I only got one entry on this thing as it dropped on me. This is like my biggest trade of the year, by the way. I went from high point down to low point here, right? And you already see I got it boxed up, right? 786, 886 zone, last line of defense. I was geeked because I thought it was going to drop. I was like, okay, I'm getting rejections, baby. Let's go. It's on the daily time frame. I'm amped up. Price hit my area, and all of a sudden, boom, big breakthrough. I'm like, oh, man, come on. I got all this drawdown on me now. I'm on these higher time frames on the GBP pair at that, right? So my team was like, yeah, Kurt, I don't know. This might be one of the ones that just, it might not work out. I'm like, well, I got my last line of defense. I got my air read back here. I'm waiting to see what the market gonna give me. Literally wicked up, activated, turned around, and when I tell you this thing went berserk back on the weekly from that area. Let me go back over here for you so you can see it. Meanwhile, back at the bat cave, well, let me go over here. We went too far back. There we go. This is what it looked like. Price hit that area, turned around, dropped off. Let me get rid of this fib so you can see it. Hit that area, and just not one bullish week since I was in this trade, guys. When I tell you, this trade tore my account into a completely different stratosphere, all right? We're talking about over 1,500 pips, okay, from one setup on a higher time frame that I was able to share with my entire team, okay? And mind you, I only trade GBP CAD and Euro AUD. That's it, in Bitcoin. Those are the only two pairs I trade in Bitcoin, right? Even me and my lady have an understanding, like when she's not around, this is Bay, okay? This is what keeps me going when I'm looking at my charts. GBP CAD keeps the you know, the good life flowing. So Bitcoin, awesome, phenomenal, very simplistic when you putting fibs on top of it. But here's the thing. When price dropped down to this area, I'm thinking to myself, okay, price is hitting the zone that I know about from low point to high point. What does it look like, right? Because all of the levels are lined up now. All I got to do is just stick to the script, right? 786, 886 zone. That's why I boxed up this blue area here to see if I can get buyer momentum. We got a little bit of a breakdown. All of a sudden, price pulled back in. I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is looking good. A little bit of a fake out. I know the market likes to do that to people. So when I saw this bounce back, I'm thinking, okay, we didn't necessarily have a Gartley. We had a bat pattern. And that's the thing. When you understand how harmonics work, a Gartley is one of the most profitable patterns you can trade. A bat pattern is a failed Gartley, meaning it just went down lower from a 786 to an 886 zone. A crab pattern is a failed bat. So now you go Gartley, bat, crab. So now even when the pattern's all forming, you're like, oh my God. All I'm looking at is the market keep telling me, just be patient, wait for it. When the word was a guy, the Crocodile Hunter, wait for it. And literally, we waited for the movement. Price bounced, tried to move into the upside again. And you know what I did, right? You know I went back to the fib on the weekly. I said, okay, swing high, swing low. What? Oh, okay. So let's just play it out then. Let's just go ahead and box it up 50% 618 zone, right? Sellers live here. Wow. So then when I go back to the daily or the 4 hour, you go to 4 hours, you can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like on the 4 hour, right? I'm telling my squad, we're looking to take some sales up here, guys. So be prepared. The market may do a little bit of jumping, but we want to be patient. Even on the smaller time frame, they're like, should we be looking at these fibs on a different level? I'm like, yeah, we're going to make sure we take all this. So I got other charts that we draw this stuff out on. So yeah, I'm going to make sure I keep GBP CAD on multiple looks. You know, I got to make sure I got my bigger looks, my smaller looks. So this is what it looks like on the smaller scale. Prices hit all the levels we talked about, right? I was looking at this zone. I told the team, all right, from swing low to swing high, this is the area we got in. And we caught that big move right there. I can't make this stuff up, guys. This is on Forex, so don't think I'm just flexing on crypto. I told everybody, if you think I'm good on Bitcoin, wait till you see me on a Forex chart. All right. So we got this movement. We saw the market break higher, right? Everything was looking good, looking great. Inside of these smaller movements, this is the part where the team was like, okay, so even on a 4 hour, wait a minute, let me see. I got you guys. I had a little bit of lag on my side, making sure I'm good. Can you guys still hear me? Is it coming through straight?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right. Awesome. You ain't stopped smiling yet, Dre. I see you over there like, man, this is cash money right here. Let me see here. All right, let me shut one of these other apps I got down. I got a lot of windows open over here. Let me close that down, close down some of these, call these other windows I got here. I got a bunch of monitors, so I got to make sure I got everything. My back cave, there we go. Yeah, I had too much stuff running. All right, so even inside of these smaller moves, the team was like, hey, Kirk, can we make money on these smaller moves, right? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. You can go down to those hourly time frames if you choose to, right? So even in these smaller moves, right, you see the market making these, right, low point, high point. I'm going to go ahead and do it in front of you so you can see it for yourself, right? We take the lowest point. So our highest point here, 786, 886, right? Because we know we saw a break below our 50% 618 zone, last line of defense, right? Awesome, beautiful, I love it. Okay, after this move, from the low point here to the high point here, okay, that's cool and great. What are we looking for in this setup? See if we can get a 50% 618 zone right inside of that area. Boom. For the buyers though, right? Not for the sellers, because we went from low to high. We're looking for a buy, right? And notice what I showed you guys. How did the market leave back here already, right? This is the part where your engulfing candles make a lot more sense. They put a lot more weight on your chart. We got a 50% 618 zone. Oh, price left this bad boy with some sweet baby rays on it. It has some stank on it. So yeah, we can expect to see what? Buyers, we got that wick entry. Boom, back to the upside again. All right. Same thing here. We take our lowest point here to our highest point here. 50% 618. Even in this scenario, what are we looking for? All right. Price moves up. Come on, y'all. Even on the smaller time frames, it's fractal. It works over and over and over again. I mean, and we got to these levels and price started breaking down, making lower lows. I'm gonna show you how the scenarios would have played out, right? Let's say if we had a low here to that high, right? real quick, right? So we're gonna get off of here in a minute. From low to high, I want to give you guys a short recording so you can at least be able to watch it and be like, man, I ain't got to see it for 4 hours watching Kurt talk. All right, boom, boom. And I go a lot deeper into this stuff on my sessions, guys. So just know if it's a little confusing, you see me drawing these things out so fast. On my sessions, it's just bit by bit, step by step. On Fridays, I take my time and work you guys through the processes of how you want to look at this. And there's a protocol of how you should be thinking as this stuff lines up. But notice we got our first little test off of here, right? Boomed up, made a bit of profit. Could we have made money on that trade? Do we know where to exit this position from high point down to low point here, right there? Could we have found an area to get out of this trade, right? 50%, 618 zone right there. We did not get a retest. And here's the deal. We got to a 382 and made a lower low, right? So even when price was moving up here, if you would have seen price drop back down into this zone, listen, it's okay because now you know what's going on. The sellers are showing up. We've broken the area where the buyer should be. Now we got seller momentum building here because there's nothing left but sell orders. Now we can start to look for certain kind of movements in the market, right? We got a high point here, right? We got a low point here. Price pulls up again, makes a move, 50%, 618 zone. We got sellers. We got sellers. Okay, same thing here. Let's go from high point all the way down to this low point here, right? Fix it again. 50% 618 zone. We got sellers right where we want to see them. 50% 618. Wick entries right where we want to see them. I cannot make any of this up. I'm just going to keep on doing it. So you can see it for yourself. This high point down to this low point here. Let's get rid of this fib because we're not doing anything with that right now. All right, 50%, 618 zone, right inside of here. Price broke out a little higher. Even if we have our last line of defense here, 786, 886 zone, right here. What does it look like? Price hits this area. Uh-oh, look at where the buyers show up. Now we know, guess who's in control? Buyers. So even if you lose the trade, you got the data now. You know what you're looking for now. It's just straightforward stuff. So now guess what happens? We're looking for buys. But now I'm going to go ahead and draw it out for you now. The live movement, right? Low point to high point. There you go. There you go. You already see what we're waiting on. Price to pull back down. And once again, 50%, 618. I look left. Big buyers live in the middle of this. I love it. Bounce, push back up again. This stuff for me has been one of the most liberating processes in my trading journey, because in the beginning I used a lot of indicators. I was RSI, stochastic, MACD, all that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with indicators at all. I'm all about simplistic things and making sure that if I can show this to my children, it needs to make sense to them, right? It needs to make sense to people who have never traded anything before in their life. It needs to make sense to the people who don't have a lot of time to look at a chart, okay? And being able to go to a higher time frame like a daily and say, oh, I'm looking for a sale opportunity, and then I can go here and say, well, I can get the full movement from high to low and look where I am. So now none of this stuff is scary because the market's moving in a fashion that it normally moves in. I just finally get to see it for myself, because back here, what did it do? High point to low point, 50%, 618 zone, price got into this area, and all of a sudden we had a little bit of static, and then price drops. Guys, this is a daily time frame. This is what I'm talking about. How you can take this information and just layer it on and just consistently dominate with patience, though, right? Not with any kind of angst, not with any kind of anxiety. You're just waiting for your levels to get hit. If I took this itty bitty level back here, right? Price hit this zone, guys, from the high point down to the low point. It's right there. It's right there. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate Andre for having me on a call, being able to share this information with you guys. And hopefully I can see some of you guys on the session showing up, getting all this value and these nuggets. I can answer any questions for you guys if you have any right now. Or like I said, catch me on Wednesdays, Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the crypto channel on Go Live. I got you. Digital currencies all day.
Wow. Life-changing. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you got value out of this, go ahead and put a 4 in the chat. Put a 4 in the chat. I'm going to start calling him Curtis time machine Kobane. The lower time frame, the higher time frames. I'm taking notes, the Gartley patterns, the cognitive bias, that box zone, that sweet spot. Listen, this is recorded. We're going to get it out. But once again, this is why you hear myself say it, Shanita say it. That go live training is invaluable. People come here all the time. Andre, how do you got? It's right there. We got people like Curtis taking the time out. This man could be anywhere on the planet doing anything. He has a passion, as you can see, loves doing this, loves training. Get in there every Wednesday and Friday. No more excuses. I just learned a ton of things right now to add to my trading arsenal. Some things I've never even seen or heard to make it even simpler and easier. Always learning, always learning. Brother, listen, can't thank you enough. We're going to have him back here again to go into even more depth. Once again, if you're watching this recording, pass it around, share it with your team, get your people to plug into the information. Listen, this age we live in right now, ladies and gentlemen, information is the wealth. It's the information. That's the difference between the have and the have-nots. People are just trying to get by, and we're taking advantage of this technology, this age we live in. You know, our grandparents, some of our parents didn't have access to this information. Listen, I'm gonna be up all night now playing with this, add it in. I'm not even going to sleep. I'm in a big court right now going over this information. Hey, brother, just want to thank you once again. If anyone has any questions right now for Kirk, we're going to put them in the chat. Friday nights, yeah, she just saying Club Kobane, exactly.
Yeah, they nickname on my Fridays Club Kobane now. We joke and say it's the only club that pays you to show up.
Here you go, brother. I don't want anybody coming to me acting. Listen, you heard it there. Wednesday and Friday night, be in there, be in those sessions.
You said what are the fib settings? Okay, so what I like to do is I'll direct you guys directly to my pip talk, right? I make sure inside of my pip talk, I give you guys all of the sauce, right? So if you go to, the im.center, scroll down, go to pip talk. I am on the 4th page because they didn't know I was this valuable. They put me at the end of the list. But what happened was they realized, and it was like, bro, your session is booming.
We'll get you moved up, brother. We'll get you moved up.
Oh yeah. So right here inside of my pip talk, I give you guys all the different, odds enhancers for your supply and demand zones. I give you guys the risk management for, the bit by bit breakdown of which one you want your risk management. Listen, if you've never watched my risk management video, my favorites, that's even more impressive than what I showed you guys today. Here's a Fibonacci cheat sheet with what you're looking for. And these are all my levels, guys. This is the, straightforward sauce, everything I need, color coordinated, all of it right there for you. No hidden secrets, everything transparent, ready to roll. Same thing with my extension levels, everything here, colors, the way I have it set up, all of it right there, direct and live to you, ready to roll. All right, even my trend line cheat sheet. I didn't even go over trend lines today, but that's a powerful this right here is probably one of the most potent things that I teach my team in the beginning is just mastering your trend lines, understanding that trend lines have value in them. They're alive. They move with the ebbs and flow of the market. When a higher high is being made, when a lower low is being made, you have to reevaluate your trend line. Like I could go through a quick, just real fast. I'm gonna go to for an hour and I'll show you what I mean.
The basics. Wow. The basics, ladies and gentlemen. Very simple. The basics.
Look at this. Like we're low, right? Low point here, high point here, higher low. And then here's the thing. The moment a higher high has been made, I have to go back to my origin point of the higher high, and that's where I'll place my trend line. Boom, structure point, right? Now, price is consistently moving. Price jumps up and does what? Makes another higher high. I got a new origin point. I have to reevaluate my trend line. New low point of them. The origin of that would be here for that low. Price is steady moving, guys. And this is how you work this stuff over and over and over. You find your level. So now when the market comes back to these areas, this is the deal. Trend lines aren't areas of structure where they're going to give you that instant bounce off of it. They're friction points in the market. And when I say friction point, this just simply gives you an ideology of what you're looking for based on how it's broken your trend line. So daily time frame, right? One of my favorite time frames to draw trend lines on. If I'm looking at just this simple movement down, right? We have a high, low, lower high, lower low. My origin point is here, right? Agreed. Now, price has broken this trend line. The first thing I want to do is say, where's my last friction point? Boom. Trend line told the story. So now I know where to start drawing my fib. Okay. So now I'm not going to get caught off guard. I'm not going to be distracted looking at fibs from all the way from this high point to this low point. And here's the rule. When you use these micro movements, right, if nothing closes above this 886, you're good to go. But if something invalidates this 886, now you have to use the macro. Remember, micro, itty bitty living space, macro, Big Mac, McDonald's, right? Macro, big. So understanding this, all of my levels are ready to roll, 50% 618 zones, ready to go, locked and loaded. Now look what happens. Price hits this zone, breaks up slightly, and what does it do? Pulls right back into structure. But now, once this was broken, I have to use my what? Macro movement, right? All the way up here. Guess what it looks like now? 50% 618 zone for the sellers. Now we talking clean structure points. Look at this. Sell, 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 drop off. Okay? And then we talk about how to find TPs. Same thing, guys. High point, low point, back to the high. And I'm looking for that 127 for my exit on my extension. Listen, I can't make this stuff up. Here's where I take my profit right there. Boom. Listen, the drop off is there. 127 was my take profit. Game time. Price bounced off that area, pushed back higher. Same thing over and over, guys. The market is repetitive. It loves to duplicate the same things over and over. High point, low point, right? 50% 618. We can expect to see another drop from this area all over again. This is what I love about fibs because they're proactive levels. I just simply got to wait. Once that 236 was broken, I'm already up here waiting for them. Come on, turn around. And all I have to do is monitor the lower time frames now. The moment I start seeing lower lows and lower highs, we off to the races, baby. It's game time. It's money in the bank. It's barbecue chicken, as Shaq would say. That's how we do it. But yeah, it was almost too much sauce tonight, Dre. I don't know if we should have went this hard in the paint.
Hey, show them very quickly where to see your favorites so they can go here. I know someone's going to call me.
Okay.
How do I find them? Just, show that to them, please.
All right. So we can go back to the dot center. We can go to the Go Live platform from here. And you scroll down. You want to go to digital currencies. Hey, your boy is at the top. So can't miss me, right? Click that. Now, when you're on this, all you want to do is scroll down. Notice where it has recorded, favorite. We click favorites. Down here, I have tutorial part 1, 2, 3, supply and demand. Part 2, right? How to take partial profits on MT4, showing you how to get on base, right? We go from zone to zone, taking partial profits, moving stop losses, making sure we take the risk off the trades. This is where you start to get that ease of effect, right? You start to find that comfort zone in your trading. You're not looking at the market saying, every time I get a trade, my heart rate, I'm having palpitations. We don't want high blood pressure from trading, right? Even here, right? Best risk management class ever. I stand by that. Anybody that has taken the time to watch this, they like, bro, you just opened my mind to a whole another level of how to gauge my trading every month, every week. Like I've yet to get one bad review from, this is my favorite out of all of my classes I've done. This right here, I take so much pride in just this one session right here. But listen, it's step by step. I'll walk you guys through how you want to learn this, how you want to use it. Even when I told you guys about how you want to learn how to take partial profits, right? This is, or not partial profits, but how to trade 2% of your account. This little website here, myfxbook.com, they have a calculator. So let's say you have a, I don't know, $780 account, right? You want to risk 2% in one trade, right? And your stop loss would be, let's say you got a steep stop loss of like 80 pips, right? And you're trading a GBP pair, something like GBP, JPY. Everybody loves GBP, JPY. I don't know why, right? So when you calculate this, it tells you what your lot size should be, 0.01, right? You're standing to risk $15 in this trade, right? $15 is 2% of this account right now. And that's just if you go 1 for 1. If that trade goes 2 for 1, 3 for 1, right? That could be a $45 trade. That makes a big difference in a $700 account, okay? And the thing is, you're risking the right amount. You're not going crazy. And the name of the game is just get on base. Listen, you can over and over and over, $15, $15, $15, $15. I assure you, you're going to look back and say, bro, I'm at 6 figures. Because this is where that 2% starts to grow. And listen, I can tell you so many success stories. There's a guy in a company right now, nobody even talks about him, right? Traded a harmonic scanner, started an account with 1,500. He is at yeah, Dre knows. He knows. Mr. TH. So that man himself is a beast, retired Army general, killing the game. But 2% risk, 3% risk in his account. He doesn't deviate from his risk management. And he worked that account over and over and over to get to where he is. And he used a harmonic scanner. He used the same thing you got access to. He's no better than you as a trader. He's got the same tools. He's just plugging in and using it. So listen, either the only issues I've had with anybody inside of the company that tells me they don't make money trading is 1, you didn't plug into the education. 2, you were over leveraging your account. Or 3, you didn't plug into the education. So it all doubles back to plug in. Be patient with yourself and start to personally develop yourself too. Like the things that Andre is offering, the things that Greg is offering, this company is so beautiful, but it's beautiful for the right type of person. You got some people that want to come in here and have a horrible mindset and expect to grow wealth. It doesn't work that way. It definitely does not work. Listen, I came into this thing blind as a bat, not understanding that personal development was the key to all of it, right? Because you have to vibrate at a certain frequency. You have to vibrate at a 6 and 7-figure trader level to make that kind of money. You have to vibrate at a chairman's level to be a chairman, right? You can't just decide, oh, I have 500 people underneath me, I am a chairman. No, you have somebody place 500 people underneath you. You don't move like a chairman. You don't have chairman responsibilities. You're not running towards those chairman responsibilities like an Andre may be, like a Lawrence may be, like a Jewel Tankard may be, like a David Imanichie may be. People want to be chairman. You don't want to go out and fight for it. You don't want to go out and get hit with a brick because it happens. But when you get to those levels and you go through those pains, you go through those hardships, you go through those drops in rank, and you go back up and you fight to keep those levels, you understand that this is what it takes to be a chairman. I'm vibrating at a chairman's frequency. And then when you want to be a higher rank in a chairman, you just double that frequency, double the effort you're putting in, double the thought process, and double the amount of people you want to help. It's the same thing in trading. You have a success, double your efforts, right? This is where we start to cross over, right? I tell my team, new levels, new devils. All it simply is saying is that the level of responsibilities, it goes up. You have to embrace the responsibilities. Don't run from it. Don't shy away from it. Risk management, right? Don't shy away from it. The right thought process inside of your trade, managing the trade as it's working itself through. Don't run from these responsibilities. All that said it and forget it. It's cool until you start realizing this is my money. This is my account. This is my future. And I'm accountable for it. Nobody else, me. It's all good in the beginning, but I want you guys to know you pay for education. You came into this for the right leadership, the right relationship. It's just up to you to what you do with it, right? And you've seen people come into this thing in a matter of months, killing it. And you got some people it takes a little bit longer, and it's not a race. It's definitely not a race. It's just a marathon of consistency. That's it. Consistency is the key. If I can give you guys a puzzle, like 1,000-piece puzzle, right? And at the end of that puzzle, when you get done with it, it's gonna say consistency and patience. That's all it is. I don't care which road you want to take, chairman road, trader road, both combined, consistency and patience. That's it. That's all this is, guys. Good self-talk, good environment, get around the right people. Your environment starts to breathe that success. It breathes that energy that you need. And I always tell people, like, don't miss events. Please, please, please don't miss events. It's like church for money. You go to church to get filled with the Spirit, to be, you know, more patient with people, be more kind, be more like Jesus. Listen, this is where you get the Spirit to be wealthy. Okay. If you weren't at the Dallas event, listen, when Matt Rosa ran through that crowd, listen, I tell everybody, Matt Rosa doesn't even speak like that at events. Something was channeling through him. Because when he got to going through that crowd, I was like, ooh, ooh. Then Bob Proctor got to talking about vibrations. I was like, listen, I don't know who didn't buy their ticket for this one, but I am so sorry for your loss. Dallas, in my opinion, was probably the most lit, value-filled event we have ever had. I love Vegas. I love Houston. Dallas was something special, especially with like the rebranding energy, the millennials that were there. Like, listen, if you think that London, 20,000 people minimum, I'm telling you, that place is going to be standing room only. I'm telling you, if you didn't get your ticket, if you haven't booked your flight, if you're debating about getting your passport, stop talking about it. Just do it. Just don't talk about it. Just do it. You're gonna thank yourself for going over there, getting that perspective as well. Because when you go somewhere else and you see how other people live, and you come home, yeah, you know it's all about doing better, being better, right? You feel like Hancock. I can be better. I will be better. That's it. You know what you're capable of. And I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna shut up. Here's the thing, guys. What I do, I tell my team, we don't think, we know. The power behind that statement is so deep, you have no idea. I'll give you a reference in the movie The Matrix. When Morpheus was training Neo inside the simulation, he told him, "Do you think this place makes my muscles any stronger or faster than you? This is nothing. This is all a program." And the thing is, don't think you can beat me. No, you can beat me. In anything you've ever done in your life. I don't care if it was sports. I don't care if it was a job. I don't care. If I came in right now, Dre, and said, "Listen, you think you can play basketball?" You're like, "I know I can play basketball. What are you talking about?" If I came in and said, "Dre, you think you can go chairman again?" "I know I can go chairman." He would give you all kind of crazy faces because he knows what he can do, right? You get to that place where you already know it because your belief factor inside of you is so strong and your ability to do it. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, this is no different. Trading is no different. I know I'm $1 million trader. There is no doubt. Listen, I'm going chairman. I'm being a chairman side with you in the next few months too, brother, just so you know. But I know I'm a chairman. It's just putting in that work. It's just vibrating at that chairman frequency, getting in line with what a chairman does, getting in line with what a chairman thinks, getting in line with what chairman activities are. That's all this is, guys. It's just repetition of getting in line with that vibration. When Bob Proctor was talking about that, he was saying there is a place, and all you gotta do is vibrate at that frequency at where you're trying to go. I was done. Listen, I'm talking about, listen, I felt like electricity was shooting through me. I was like, whoo, he shouldn't have said this. I got a notebook full of everything that man was talking about. I got a little bear on there because it reminds me of my son. No matter what, no matter how tired I get, I'm looking at this saying, no, I need my children to catch me in the act of excellence every day. No matter what I'm doing. I don't care if I'm sitting here talking to you guys and he walked past like, my daddy always killing you. You're right. But in what we do, guys, this is how your frequency rises. Getting in tune with Andre, getting in tune with Greg, getting in tune with Shanita Cooper, being around these people that are always pouring into others, always willing to give, always willing to answer the questions. It's over. Like it's literally over. Like you have to know it's done. You being chairman is done. You being a 6 and 7 figure trader is done. You just got to put in the work, right? That's it. We just waiting on the ink to dry. That's it. All right. So with that, I appreciate you guys. I'm done. I'm muting now.
Wow. If you thought this was just about trading, ladies and gentlemen, this is a lifestyle, a mindset. I mean, we're here to help people learn how to create generational wealth and change lives. This thing, all I can tell you as you've gotten a taste of, when I first was introduced to this was much, much more than I ever expected. Hey, once again, brother, I want to thank you for coming out. Listen, you guys got the information. If you're watching this recording, pass this around, share it, get into those live sessions, get the information. The majority of the world does not know what you were just exposed to on this call. Think about that. I would say 99.9% of the people on planet Earth do not know or understand this information. Take advantage of it. Hey, this is Money Mondays. I want to thank everybody. Our special guest, Mr. Curtis Kobane Branch, once again. If you're ever in Detroit, definitely go see him live.
Oh, yeah.
He will be at the events. We're going to London, England. Next year, 2020, we're going to be traveling all over the country. Plug in, get the information. Do not get left behind. This wealth creation revolution is happening right here live. I pinch myself every day, just thankful of God that I live in this time where we can utilize this technology and information that was once hidden from the majority of people. Now, there's no excuse, ladies and gentlemen. There's no excuse. Thank all our guests tonight. My man, Greg G. Money White. Thank you for all the guests. We're going to be back here next Monday night. Money Mondays, doing the same thing, same time, same place. Follow Kurt on Kurt Brother. Put it there wherever you want to follow you at. He's on social media all over the place. Plug in, ladies and gentlemen. Plug in. Learn.
Yeah. Facebook is just Curtis Kobane Branch. Instagram is The Life of Kurt. Just you type in The Life of Kurt. You don't have to put anything extra. It's gonna pop me up.
Boom. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, this is it. Hey, as always, will you prosper in life and business? Money Mondays, get in the markets. Big things are happening. See everybody on the other side.
Not like you're like, yeah, we had some good times. You're like, I took it like, well, all right. Look at it from my perspective, and I'm like, well, I was fucking wrong all the goddamn time. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't sit. You feel like, well, shit, he ain't even in the picture. He's trusting me because I'm fucking up all the goddamn time. He fucked up, and he still does right. It's